This is why I have to like tell everybody I'm joking. It's like I am Aisha, so the otherwise they're gonna be like, "Holy shit, you're a tyrant."
Yes, yes, she's garnishing her own wages.
Because I think we had somebody convinced that I had an intern, like it was real. And I'm like, no. Like, let's not take ourselves too seriously in the metaverse yet.
So what you're telling me is that you didn't have an intern named Aisha?
Nope.
Think about your answer before you shatter my reality here.
Actually, you know what? Let's just keep it let's keep it going. Yes, Aisha is an employee of me, and therefore anything that's bad, it's Aisha's fault. Like, it is kind of nice to have a scapegoat to let it's just her. It's not me, it's her.
There you go. That's the spirit. Like, are we really living if we don't have a fall persona, a persona to blame when things go wrong?
I think that's standard protocol in politics and business and everything nowadays. It's just like, make sure you got a fall guy, and if you don't, you better find one quick.
Yes, I'm gonna, maybe in the future I'll buy one of those fancy robots. I'll make that my my decoy. I hear that they're getting pretty cheap now, as low as like $4,000 for a humanoid robot.
Oh boy, that sounds fun. I mean,
you probably have to program it though.
Do you know what like people could do with that? Like Spongetron, like what MGD could do with that? Like there'd be an angry sponge person.
I'd send mine to work, so I don't have to.
Ah, that's a good idea. Okay, everybody's changing their names to holiday names, so I have to look and see which holiday name. I mean, it's kind of just one, I think.
my name was a gift. It was so nice to log in and see it there.
Oh, that is sweet. Oh my gosh, I'm just catching up. Oh, it's so nice to see Horace here, aka Horace, who has been coming by way more often, which is really, really cool. So welcome. And then a new friend, Rico Maine, or I don't know if it's Rico Mane, but I'm Rico.
You gotta say with the accent. Rico Mang.
Rico Maine. I feel like there's a tilde over that E. Rico Mane.
Oh my god. When we have a global crowd, it could be anything at this point, right?
It could. And I love, oh my gosh, Meta Tiger, look at these animals, these beasts. What a great job, like, with the horses this week, and then the deer. Like, if you didn't know that those were published and you just like spawned into Genesis Plaza, well, actually, like, if you haven't been into Decentraland for a week, and you come back and you're like, new Genesis Plaza, and there's all sorts of freaking zoo animals like playing around. I mean, you'd be like, where am I? Like, this is a long way from home.
Indeed, it is a long way from Kansas. Yeah, yesterday I was, of course, me being, working in insurance, I was making insurance jokes at the Meta Beast, at Makes Beast Hideout during the party yesterday. I was saying that I don't think our Meta Beast property, roaming party policy doesn't have the farmhouse endorsement. So if anyone got hurt last night on their horses or reindeers, our insurance probably wouldn't have covered it.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I can I talk about flood policies and wind coverage.
Of course, I live in Florida. All of Florida is a flood zone.
Well, I don't live in Florida, and so I don't know that we have the same coverage.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know what would be harder, writing a house in the mountains or just writing a regular house in Florida. Florida and California, they're like the most litigious states.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys in Florida do it. That'd be pretty expensive insurance, I think, to insure a floodplain.
It's since our last hurricane, actually since our last hurricane season, flood rates have actually gone through the roof. Like, so people used to pay $1,000 for flood before 2023. Now new business flood costs like $6,000 on top of your homeowner's insurance.
Ah, that's nuts. That's nuts. Oof.
Yeah,
Well,
everyone wants to live in Florida until the insurance bill comes in.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure. Well, that's the nice thing about the digital world. You don't have to worry about anything. As long as you have power, then you have the digital world. But yeah,
Are you telling me you don't have La Cantina insured?
I mean, I think as long as I have power, I'm good. I think until we have like aggressive takeovers and like disasters in Decentraland, which would make for more uh, complex and deepening experiences. But I think it's also like nice to know that there's one place where you can't have that. So yeah.
I'm over here like thinking every day I'm waking up and being a menace and a hazard to society. But Canessa just confirmed that I'm not.
I don't know. I don't know. But did you grab that OP yet?
I just grabbed my OP
Yeah.
badge. So for those that haven't in world, make sure to go down into the tunnel near the spawn point. Go straight. You'll see a OP badge claim booth, and click that button. Don't get stuck by the colliders.
I know. I got to fix that. I'll fix the colliders. It's just I think that's what they said is there's something crazy about my GLB. So unfortunately, I haven't been chosen by the like collider god, or maybe I am the collider god because I like made it. So MetaWolf and I, we got a little god complex going on there. But yes, so grab the OP. I like I love it when I wanted like people to collect it before they see it, so then they're like, "Wait, what? Like this is me." So, if nobody's noticed yet, they're always gonna be community members because community building Decentraland is like or nothing without you guys. I mean, we could just talk to each other. That would be really boring. So you guys make it a little bit better because we're not just like talking to each other for 184 weeks. So yeah, so this week's exciting. If you look at the board down below, you can kind of see the OPs that Community Building Decentraland has created so far, and then you'll notice last week's you guys don't have because I wasn't here and I didn't make it, and I, like there's formatting issues that was really bugging me. So this week I will have that one up to claim that anybody can come and grab it. Yeah, and so make sure you get that one, Sin, because you are on it. And Toxic.
Hey, it's a very good looking picture.
Yup. Wonder where that came from.
Yes, yes. Toxic was great for last week during your absence. She came in and backed me up, made it so I didn't have to speak to myself for an hour and a half. Um, Very engaging conversations. And I mean, Vanessa, I am so happy you're back because, like, last week we had the exciting moment. Was it last week or maybe like 2 weeks ago now, or a week and a half ago now? We had the new Genesis Plaza launch, and you know. I wanted to grab everyone's thoughts, and I think I've gotten a lot of our friends' thoughts on the new plaza, but I have not heard yours. What do you think of the new Genesis Plaza, Vanessa?
Well, it immediately like made me go into like Fortnite mode where I was like, I don't know, like I literally, I'm not joking. Like I was a little bit like, okay, like are there? I don't know. Like I was looking like, okay, are there like loot boxes? It just like it put me in Tilted Towers, where I was like, I just want to fight. Like I want to run around and like look for chests and ammo cans. Like it's so perfect. So it kind of like, I don't know. It was like, dang, we need to have a little battle here. But but after that passed, I was like, I mean, it's cool. It's comprehensive. It's not just like one little thing. We obviously needed it so bad because, and I don't think we realized we needed it until we got it, and then we're like, oh, now there's so much to do, and like, whoa, we really didn't have much to do at that other one. But I will say, I will say that like I might be the only one, but like I cried. I Rustan was there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this tree is at 0-0, and I cried. Like, I mean, it's good. It's change is good, but it was like even now, I'm just like getting like choked up because that's 0-0. You know, like that's the point zero, and there's a tree there, which is cool. You know, and you can lean up against the tree, but having like seen it for so long, I mean, it's going on 6 years. You know, it's just like crazy to see how far we've come. But I think they did a good job. I think they should stretch it out, you know, further, like the suburbs of Genesis Plaza. I think it's going to be so good for people coming in. But I think maybe it's also going to keep people from like spawning out. Like it might keep people there, which is good. But I do feel like once you're there, you might not even realize, like, for a little bit, that there's a whole new world. Because I feel like the old plaza, you could just see, you know, there was nothing to do, so it kind of forced you to go out. This might just kind of keep you there, which is good. Like that's what we need. We need people to connect with people. And maybe if you leave Genesis Plaza too soon, then you're just gonna go into the unknown and like be all alone, unless you find an event or something. So
think about a photo of this is what it looked like then and this is what it looks like now will be. Now there, you know, it'll be big and exciting and different.
Yeah, and actually like a crazy realization happened this week. I posted that video of like of Genesis Plaza on launch day of February 2020, and there's not many pictures of back then. And like I only took literally like 3 pictures and that was it, but I don't even see other people that were there post many pictures. And so I'm so glad I took that one. Because there was no center spot. Like you just spawned into this plaza. And this week Billy's like, I found where the picture is. And he's got this project he's doing, which I'll let him kind of like explain when he's ready. But he has like the GLB for the Asian plaza, and he just randomly recognized the spot, and he's like, I've seen that before. So he went through and he found that like I don't know, maybe on launch day, because I'm thinking, was Asian Plaza at Genesis like 0-0? Was it? No, it was because the chords are like -7, like 3. So yeah, so back on launch day, it was the Asian Plaza that you spawned into at the very center of the map. So he found it. He found the exact place in Asian Plaza and then sent me a picture. And it's like identical, but the shadows, like back on launch day, there were no shadows. There was nothing like dynamic. It looks horrible compared to even like the version he has. So that was like a cool chunk of history that we unintentionally kind of unlocked this week, that the original plaza, that like we'll be able to go walk through the original Genesis Plaza from launch day because of Billy. So maybe if Billy can hear us in his dreams right now, because I'm sure he's sleeping. He better be sleeping. It's kind of cool that he did that.
So your initial reaction wasn't, "Where the fuck is the mule bubble?" Because that was mine. And toxics.
No, I mean, I was just sad and crying by the tree. So we have different priorities.
Well, maybe I was sad and crying too, but for a whole other reasons. Uh, no, you mentioned something about expanding it, and I think that's what may be on the roadmap because I mean, if you go past like all the buildings and stuff like that, you could see that uh, they have sectioned out like what looks to be blocks, like city blocks, all over Genesis Plaza on the outskirts of like what's built right now. So perhaps, yeah, more development to come there. Yesterday, I actually went up to the our city pigeon that gives us our city pigeon emote, and I like jumped over the back wall, and I landed into this like in this building that wasn't like fully developed, but it had two things in the middle, or not in the middle, in the like on the wall that was a on the wall that was behind like where we usually spawn, that like portal looking thing. So behind that wall there was guidelines, the Decentraland guidelines. I'm gonna go back so maybe we can read them.
Wow.
Yeah, right. Wow. All right.
What kind of
Do
guidelines
I
are we
want
talking about here? Don't
that?
call Kaze names or.
Uh, Maybe around that, around that, but not so specific. All right, I'm getting up. I'm getting up. Hello, Mr. City Pigeon. All right. And Crypto Caroline is still in here. That's odd. All right, so if anyone is watching the screen, it should be catching up soon. Decentraland guidelines: respect everyone. Kindness first, no hate, harassment, or threats. Share original creations. Share only what you've made or have rights to use. Keep it legal, no illegal content, and gambling must be lawful. Wow, that's boring. Uh, 18 plus. Age limits apply. Adult content should be clearly marked as 18 plus. And then there's like a little button to the full policy. If any of you ever want to read Decentraland's full content policy,
It hasn't been updated since like SDK 5.
then why do they have it here? That's hilarious. Uh, but yeah, I found that. I don't know if like I'm just like pioneering shit right now, or if everyone that's listening is like sinful. We like did that like on day one. But yeah, I thought I have a feeling they're still developing.
That's awesome. I mean, I know. I think they said in the AMA this last week, that they're gonna keep building it out, which is really cool. It'll be interesting if they like. To me, I'm really curious about the like aesthetics because, yeah, like the color choice, the design choice, just the aesthetics of it. I'm like, will it kind of stay with that, like city, like I don't know, kind of bright colors, or will there be different areas? Because in my mind, in my head, like the first versions, well, like the video that was made like 7 years ago that showed Decentraland was very much futuristic cyberpunk, like trains going through the skies. And so I'm just curious, will it stay true to that, or is like design, like product design, whoever is in charge of that now, will they like kind of keep, yeah, like making a different aesthetic? So I don't
Yeah,
know.
I feel like the Decentraland is starting to kind of find its own identity when it comes to its aesthetic. There are some things that kind of just, I don't know, are visually pleasing for me. I wonder how they will, work around like this, like creation of a new look, while like staying clear from like any copyright infringement or anything like that. Because, like, I mean, there are some aspects of it where I'm just like, oh look, it's Fortnite.
Yeah, I mean, I think like if you make a blue dumpster with garbage bags in it, that looks like the one on Fortnite, like you can't copyright something that is like that's a blue dumpster with garbage bags in it. Like there's a certain percentage like that you have, like if you're an artist and you want to like take the Mona Lisa that is like was created a long time ago and you want to make it your own, you have to change it like a certain percent. Actually, Mona Lisa might be outside of like Creative Commons, but so I mean, I think like you just don't want to copy. I know there was another platform that when it came out, I was like, this is Fortnite, like it's fun, but like, bro, you didn't even like you got containers from container ships all over, and it just like screams Fortnite to me. But I don't know, like there's a lot of aesthetics in Fortnite that are like just simple and urban city stuff that like nobody can be like, hey, like Epic Games can't say I marketed a treasure chest. You can't use that. Like, no. So there's just going to be overlap, I think, in all games. You got to search around for lunch boxes with like, Care Bears on it or something. I think there's just going to be that overlap. But then it's like, what else are we doing to make it really unique? And like the color theme of Decentraland, I mean, where there's a lot of orange, the grass. But then even in the branding, like that light purple and orange, I'm always just like, who chose these colors? I'm not saying bad, like, but I'm just like, that's different. That's like, and you see it all over in all of the theming. So
Don't
yeah.
you dare talk about my orange grass.
I mean, I don't know if I would have come into Decentraland if. Well, no, the logo was different back then. I love orange, so like I don't know if I would have tattooed it on myself, honestly, if it was like a different color. The color orange.
If it were green.
Yeah, if it was green, I don't know. I might have been like, maybe I should get like a Chinese tribal symbol instead. Something way more like. No.
Yeah.
Something such like. Like I think it means strength and trust, but it really says like ramen noodles, like
fork.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's great. I think it's overdue. I think we needed it, and then like having the presents this week to go find everywhere is awesome. So just really good to see stuff happening.
Yes, indeed. And you kind of like briefly mentioned it earlier, the all hands meeting that took place this week. Lots of, exciting updates. And even like updates to like I call it moving, but like I know the fancy development people call it like something fancy, locomotive or some shit like that. So pretty soon we might have like gliding like in available for our avatars. I don't know if that will be like scene specific depending on the game that you're in. It's like, okay, enable gliding. Go ahead.
That's what they showed that like back at the community summit like a year and a half ago. And so
exactly.
So yeah, I'm sure, I think there's like, with any creative project, you've got all the ideas, and then you have to just kind of pick, this month you have to pick the 5 best, and then next month you get to work on the next 5 best. So I'm sure it's all in the pipeline. It's just, some of them are easier than others, and I think the ones they've done have been really important to roll out. And I don't know. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings, or it seems like they do at the last AMA, just a lot of questions about like, is the credit system good? Is it bad? And I feel like it's good, like really good. But some people think that, it's kind of threatening, like, oh, why would I even pay for that? Like, why would I convert mana to have, to have those coins when I can just earn it here? So lots of ways to see it, I think.
Yeah, true. But at the same time, it's like these marketplace credits may be here, but they are. I highly doubt they're going to be here forever. So yeah, I mean, I guess that argument of like, why should I convert mana when I can earn it? It's like that's like something that's happening right now. But I mean, in the future, who knows? What the sentiment will be? Maybe people will be like, "Man, I miss those marketplace credits."
Oh yeah, I think for sure. And like to me, like the biggest addition has been now that you can use it for publishing. Like that's huge. That's I mean I when because of the price of the mana right now, like the last emotes I published during the music fest, those were 650 mana each. And so like if I mark them at 5 mana, it's going to be forever to get, to get some of that back. So I think I was able to take 50 mana off of that. So then they were just 600 mana each. Um, which is just still a lot. So it kind of helps like take the edge off of the sting when you publish because it's, just the price of mana. And I'm not complaining about the publishing cost. I think that's we need it at that point. It's just really hard when it is pegged to, mana, because it's still $100. I guess it wouldn't be so bad if I was just taking $100 from my bank, buying mana, publishing, and done. But I'm trying to use mana that I've already made, like a lot of creators, and so that's super helpful.
You're trying to build within your budget. Is that what I heard?
Oh, I don't know about that. Like, let's not get carried away. I mean, that's
This
not
credit
having a
card still
budget.
comes out. I see.
That's never stopped me before. Like, it's not in the budget. Like, like does not compute. Let's just credit means get it.
Mm-hmm. So, how are we going to be able to claim our OP badge from last week?
I'm going to just put that up. Probably, I think this OP mint ends tonight, and so that one I will create, and then I think I'll just have it available all week so people can grab it. I was not here last week. I wasn't doing much with electricity, and so I just did not have it in me to like sit there and make an OP. Sorry. So we'll just have it like an open mint this week, so people can get it and add it to their collection. But not like I like these. I don't know if it's good or bad, but like I kind of like having these OPs only available like during the space. So like you got to be here at the space to get them. But this one is going to be like the one right now. I think it's a little bit longer. Yeah. So I don't know if it's good to give people more time or if it matters. What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean I don't have any thoughts. Yeah.
As a person currently working in a car very far from a computer, I think more time is great.
Yeah, that's a good perspective. Like I know Rustan didn't get one like 2 weeks ago, and he was bummed, and then I'm bummed because I'm like I can't even send it to you. Like it's the mint is over. But I do like that you can control it so much, and like you it's a reward for the people that are able to make it. But I don't want anyone to feel bad if they can't make it in, or like quit their job so they can get the OP or something crazy.
That's more or less where I stand. I would love to quit my job for the OP.
And I see Bitcoin has come up. It's been a while. How are you, Bitcoin?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. How are you?
I'm chilling. I was gonna say one thing because I'm on mobile right now and I'm in, Cantina. Is the OP machine on a different parcel than the state that has Cantina?
It is. It's because the Cantina, for a lot of different reasons, is an old build that I deployed through the legacy SDK7 builder, not the Creator Hub. Mm-hmm. And so in order to get the code for the dispenser, I was like, dang it, I got to either like rebuild a bunch of shit from scratch, or I need to just make a hole in the build and then put it on the parcel next to it. So yes.
So the reason I asked is because on mobile, you only get the scene that you go to. If there's something attached to it, you just don't, it's just grass.
Okay. That is, I did not know that,
I
and that's
specifically
super
told
helpful.
Gino this was going to be a problem when he said that, and while that doesn't help anyone, it does make me feel good that I was right.
So I'm gonna give some alpha. When the game goes mobile, unless they change it, the bigger your estate, the more you can do.
Well, I
And it
like
needs to be
big.
formed as an estate. So even if it's empty, you can run around a big estate, the whole from border to
That's
border.
crazy. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, it's we needed more excuses to buy land, so
Yeah,
that
so
is
that's a good reason.
that is a good reason.
Yeah,
If
so states are dope. But
okay,
yeah, I was wondering because I went in and I was like, went over to grab the OP badge, and I just, I'm in the grass there. So here's what even makes it worse, is if you have a designated spot on the map, the designation square made it so I couldn't even find the parcel next to it to beam into that parcel individually to grab it.
okay, that's really crazy. Because like I have different. I've tried to do different things with the cantina to like help other people have builds next to it, and so like I've got a build in the back of it that you have to like for now you have to just access it through the cantina, so that kind of changes like everything, so that's really
Yep,
helpful to know.
it
If
does. It changes everything for the way I
yeah,
build, the way I look at deploying on land. Now I'm thinking just put my individual one parcel scenes all on the same estate, so they all get combined,
yeah,
in that thing. So
yeah, I might have to go put some thought into how that's gonna work.
yeah,
Yeah,
my big dilemma right now is, do I put any more work into building with the mobile coming, or do I wait till mobile comes and the videos work and then start really grinding my teeth again? Because I don't know what will work and what won't with mobile, and how the scenes work and interacting with the scene next to you. But I think on the map on mobile, they need to have a thing where you can get rid of the designated spots. You can just click a button and not see it. So you can click on any parcel, because the designated badge that goes on it blocks, 4 different scenes around it. So there's no way to
yeah,
click on anything next door to somebody who's already, a celebrity. You know,
yeah, that's interesting. I wonder, I mean, I see Toxic in the audience, and I know, maybe it's just something that like that Regenesis Labs can talk about with how they're developing, the mobile app, and maybe it's like a super easy fix, or maybe it's something that's just been chosen to go that route.
it would work without the big yellow star square that covers the map, where it's like everybody voted for that parcel or that estate to be,
I see.
designated. That's what blocks the neighbors. So I couldn't click on the next door parcel to you to get the OP badge. Because here's the thing, you can actually collect OP badges on mobile. It works. So I go to Rustan's, I collect them. It's just the only thing blocking me at your spot from getting it is just that actual designation square, and I
That's
can't.
crazy. Okay, like that's. I wonder if they could put it on a different part of the parcel, but no, it's kind of like right in the middle.
It's right in the middle.
Oh, it's
Anyways, it's just one
interesting.
of those things I noticed where I'm like, okay, well, that's just keeping me from going to anything next door. Uh, because you can't zoom in on the map that far in. When you're zooming in on the phone, you just can't zoom in that far. So yeah, if
Yeah.
anyone's listening who's developing, that's an issue on mobile. It's probably a pretty easy issue too. It's just highly annoying.
Have you signed up for the mobile testing?
I'm so tempted. So
Well, I mean, it sounds like you already have some experience, so you should definitely. Okay. Oh, wait. I have a message coming. I can't jump. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. All right. Yeah. Hi, Toxic. Oh my gosh, she looks so cute in that outfit. She needs her cookie necklace on. But she says, I can't jump on the space right now. Can you please say this to Kanessa? We'll be able to join in a few minutes. So maybe maybe Toxic's got some alpha for us. So we'll just see yeah, if she can jump in. But thank you. Like Bitcoin, that's really I'm sure there's gonna be things like that come up and we're like, oh, how do we do
no, the mobile's coming a long way. Just in the past few days, nobody's naked when I jump in now. I can click on the drones, and I can almost collect the gifts. So it takes you all the way to collecting, and then it says something went wrong. But I see the pop-up window. So things are moving forward like quickly, like from my own testing. So I'm definitely encouraged. I can see the emotes. I can buy names. I can buy wearables with the mobile app. Everything. So almost everything I can do except watch video, hear audio, and spawn to any location I actually want to. So and that's
Wow, that's
mainly,
huge.
yeah, it's huge. It's huge. As soon as the video works and the audio works, I think it's game over, and a lot of people will be caught sleeping on that. They won't be prepared
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
That's crazy.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, mobile app is super cool, but I think the fact that they went to instances now, because I don't know if you remember the older version, you could just keep running, but it would always freeze
Yeah.
you out. So this version, like, you can't run anywhere except the length of the estate. So even in the Genesis Plaza, it seems like there's a couple pieces of it that are separate builds, and you get stopped. It just, you just end up at the grass. You're like running into the game center or something, and then it's just grass. So
What this conversation is telling me that is that, like, with the coming of mobile, a lot of builders on Decentraland are going to have to start to consider, like, some of the limitations and stuff from the mobile to, like, accommodate for an experience. Or number two, mobile might just be like the best thing to ever happen to worlds.
yeah, and worlds are just like the estates or the parcels, but you can do more with them. So I think I think the Genesis land to me is a great jump off point. It's super cool to have it, and it does work. But yeah, I think worlds will go crazy. I think using land as a jump off to different worlds is also going to be, for me, that's what I'm looking at, is using the different lands to allow people, if it's just like this is all cumbia DJs from Mexico, then we'll have portals to all their worlds from one place so people can say, hey, just jump into there and then pick whoever you want to go to, from that point. So this still, because you still need to navigate the worlds. Because the one thing my girl was saying is she's like, how would I even know there is a world? Like, I don't understand. How do you know that there's a world? Like, how do you explore worlds? Just free range, the way you run around the map. And I was like, I don't really know. You kind of got to know that they have a world, or if it's not
Yeah. Yeah,
not.
I like the explore page back when we had that in version 1.0.
Hmm.
I think that's the fix to all of our issues, because that thing had a search bar. You could look up anything, any location, any world.
Right. So I'm wondering if when I click on like Kinessa's profile, we're in the plaza, I click on Kinessa's profile, there should be a place that says worlds and lands. And then it would actually have everything that user has, put up. Like I could, in my profile, I can say these are the 6 worlds. If you're just checking out what I built, what I'm doing, what I'm up to, go to any of these. Just they're all up there. And so maybe that should be part of the profile, is like the scenes and the worlds that people have actually built that they want to show off. Because it says, they'll give you the builder badge, but next to the builder badge, it should have the parcels that you've deployed. And maybe there's a thing where you can say, don't put this up, or you just self curate your list of worlds and things you built. Because people are going to have more than one world. And we already know people have more than one, estate, scene, whatever. So I think that would be an interesting component to the profile.
I think you're totally right. Yeah, like as a new tab. Yeah, yeah. Published scenes it could be,
Yep.
and it would be like a mix between, like, whatever worlds and lands the user has published to.
Hmm.
That's a great thought. That's a great idea.
Because I would love to see that too. I don't know what everyone's built, but I see all these names all the time. If I could just kind of like, spy on the under and click on them and then bounce to a couple parcels and be like, oh my God, I didn't even know you could do that. I would probably get to know what people's skills are and just everything, a little bit better. Because 90,000 land parcels is hard to tackle all of them, and find find the good stuff in all the noise. You know.
Yeah, yep, exactly. Or even just like you could find it and stuff, and then you're just like sitting there like, who built this? It's
No,
incredible.
exactly. And and then going back a week later to show my friend and not being able to find it again.
Yeah, yeah. Um, recently I've been noticing that you have been hard at work, like with the development of your own parcels. One that in particular that kind of stood out to me and a few of our friends was the parcel that you have deployed right across Casa Rustan,
Mm,
the in between.
E and
I know it
N.
says in
Yeah.
between, but
It's
how
well,
is
it's
it pronounced?
in between. It's in between
Uh,
the E and the N. So I just
uh,
put
uh,
a dash in between the E and the N because it's actually the parcel right between the E and the N.
you, okay, okay, I got you now, I got you.
Yeah, so when I
Oh,
got that parcel, I just FOMOed into it, and then I jumped into the Decentraland to see where it was and what it looked like, and I was like, "Holy shit! My favorite builder and party is
holy,
across the street."
holy shit! No,
So
this is
I felt like a
prime real
gentrifier.
estate.
Yeah, I felt like a gentrifier. So I was like, I don't want to bring the property level down, so I'm gonna spend some time building this up and make it nice and
No,
elevate the neighborhood.
no, most definitely you have brought the property value up in this area. These could I'm sure that even our friend Rustan could speak to this. And also since the last time Rustan and friends and all of us were here, you have made a lot more development. Like for example, when I was here, there was a platform that would take you up to the sky. Now there are turntables that will take you up
Hmm.
to the sky. One of the things that really impressed me the most, and it's super simple, but I freaked out, and then I like started to tell all my friends to come stand on it. It was the vinyl, how it's like rotating like within the turntable.
Right.
But it's not just like the fact that it's doing it. To me, it's more the fact of how perfect it looks. Like
Yeah,
my
yeah, we all could see each other spin perfectly. Did you
yep.
do something special? What did you do? Tell us
What
I,
your
did you do?
secrets.
I was trying
Yes.
to explain it to Rustan. I realized I think I just clicked all these buttons like I usually do. I just keep clicking stuff, and there was a gravity option that gave like real physics to an object. And I kept clicking on that. And one time I loaded it in and I was just spinning around on it. I was like, oh my goodness. And so I actually have a set of them. There's a Decentraland logo turntable too that I can, hook people up with. It's got the DCL logo on it. But yeah,
And I will say the model is great. Like it looks very detailed. And sorry, you're gonna say something. Go ahead.
oh, that was probably my greatest move. But I did that during SDK 6. It just works in SDK 7. So, it was like I don't have as much time to learn everything that I want to. So I have these brief moments where I'll spend 2 weeks and lose all my friends and everything for a couple weeks, and then figure one or two things out, deploy it, kind of use that technique on all my different places, and then go back to the real world, and then kind of dream about everything I'm trying to achieve. You know, the new tween options. The new builder is amazing. I remember one night I just woke up. I remember for a couple, maybe like 3 or 4 hours, I couldn't deploy a scene. No matter what I did, I kept getting error messages. I thought my computer was corrupt, so I just kind of closed it, came back. And what I noticed when I came back was, yeah, they gave us a whole bunch of new options for smart items and betweens and a bunch of other things. So I encourage everyone go through all of those, play with them. You know, especially the people smarter than me. You'll probably take it to another level. You know, so.
Let's go.
I
Let's go.
think
I
I
mean,
think
you're
so.
doing great, dude.
Thanks, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but and I haven't for 4 years.
I don't think any of us do. So you're right on track here.
The other thing is, I think hit up Rustan because I think he figured out a new way to create that gravity on an object. So I think Monday people will be surprised at what they see because he pulled it off on the couches upstairs.
I feel
So
like sometimes you just have to know it's possible, and then you're like, oh, if it can be done, I will figure it out. But like, it's easy to like give up when you're not sure.
yeah, and I think that would be an interesting thing to put in the builder too. Is just put a basic gravity thing, because I know, like, if you're on a platform moving left to right, it's in there. It's coded that way where you're stuck on the platform. So it's just adding physics, to be able to, move on the surface with the surface, just to attach the avatar to it. And I know, like, they must already kind of have that, because you can attach any object to an avatar. Like, that's an option in the builder too. Just attach a boombox or something to them, anything like that. So yeah, I think now that we've seen it work, and I think Rustan got a new technique to do it, that it could be something that's just automatically in there, which would be great.
You are inspiring me. Like I do own land in the neighborhood, but I don't own land in the perfect spot, which is right next to Rustan. But I think I just realized that Dr. Drip is one of my neighbors. What? So I have land over. I don't know if it's like inside the N or out between the N and the H. I own this like the parcel right on the corner of the three roads, and I need to talk to or I mean Dr. Drip about this. Hold up.
There's a really cheap parcel on the letters right now, in between the A and the N.
Oh man, I've thought about it. I've thought about it.
I went over once again. That time I checked first, ran around the neighborhood, and was like, it's kind of a dead neighborhood. Like, your neighbors might never build over here. You might just have this like bike and that bench there forever.
Yeah.
Which brings me up to, like, when we get to SDK 9 or 10, what happens to all the crappy SDK 6 builds? Do they end up breaking Decentraland by just being there, or like, how does that work?
You
Three,
know
4 years down, not like 3 days down, but 3, 4 years down. What happens to these old decrepit
that
builds?
that's always like a tricky question because like okay, one solution would be what if like these one of these major updates happened and the Central Land what they did was they wiped everything clear. What if that happened and all you see is just orange hills everywhere until people start deploying like
So I like
that.
that idea, and I think that goes back to what you were talking about earlier, natural disasters in the Central Land. When new SDKs come in, there should be a natural
Yes.
disaster.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
no, 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 no. I think what'll happen is what is it's been attempted. I personally have voted against it. To I know that like Esteban wants it, and so I think there's like a lot of different ways to approach it, but there have been proposals where unused land can be somehow utilized, whether it's like squatter rights or it is returned in some way, shape, or form to somebody that's going to use it. But like, I just think timing, like, we're not there yet. We have land, well, we should have land from the DAO that people could use, and like, there's plazas are getting built out, but there's still like, I don't think we're there yet at the point where we need to compromise the validity of the land smart contract where stuff is getting replaced. But I think in time, yeah, like we will probably have to do something. I just don't think we're there yet, but by the time we're at SDK 9, then yeah, like we should do something. But I know that there's there's parcels out there that should not be changed. I don't know, has anybody seen the dedication to it's like a 4-year-old girl who died, and like, imagine you made that for her and this monument, and it's got social media links. You can go look up her story, and like, what if you come back and there's a discotheque like, but that's not what this project is about. So I think like we got to be really careful how we proceed, like as far as that goes.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't even just say empty land. I mean, I think anything built needs to be kind of, I don't know, if it was my land and I just disappeared for 4 years on a Buddhist retreat and I come back, Well, in the real world, actually, if I came back to my spot after 4 years in a Buddhist retreat, somebody's going to be squatting in it. It's going to be spray painted, broken windows. So those things happen in the real world. So I guess.
Yeah, they do, and I think like, but like to me, the whole appeal of this was like nobody can mess with this. I can put anything I want
Forever,
there, and like
forever. Yeah.
yeah, and we know that's not the case. Like there has already been censorship of offensive material that, like, I don't know if it was the right thing to do or not, but they censored it. Like, so I think it like brings
I don't
up
think it, like those of us in favor of giving squatter rights to people. Like I think it's about intent. Like a monument to your dead 4-year-old obviously should not be replaced. That has value and its sentimentality. But like that build that's just like a dead end roller coaster with a fence next to it that's across the street from me, in Vegas district. Like we don't. That's not. There, that you, I think a person can. Most people can, I think, can come to a consensus on what is clearly something that's thoughtful and should not be destroyed versus what is just a person was playing around in the builder and then never came back for 8 years.
Right. If you just have a pond, a bike, a park bench, and one of those orange old school helicopters, like maybe if it's just a generic build, there's nothing actually unique about the build. There's nothing not from the SDK or something. Maybe there's some kind of way to, I don't know. But mine was more from a technological standpoint. Like, when we get to SDK 9 or some of these old scenes going to be breaking the scenes next to them because they're just coded, with a code that's ancient.
Yeah, that's a serious, like, if that started happening, that would be a serious problem. I know everybody like remembers Rustan's build. I mean, it wasn't even that long of a time that it was broken by the neighbors scene, like an NFT frame that was messing it up. But like that right there is like bad, like super bad. But hopefully as they're building, they can build in a way that will like insulate scenes from that kind of thing happening.
Well, then, yeah, could a scene actually be just copied into a world if it were to be built over at some point, and then also redeployed back to the scene if the original owner came back and was like, "Nah, fuck that. I want my little crappy bike and park bench there."
For sure. I mean, I love like there's scenes that I made that are not technically great, but man, they were like my first scene ever, and so to me they have value because it's like, dude, look at how far I've come, and I actually love running through Decentraland and seeing the first scenes that I built in like 2020 and then deployed and then sold the land and then sadly nobody built on it. I love like going through and I'm like, there's my little platform. Like I was so proud of this and it looks like shit.
No, that's exactly it. Because I got my old original land. I'm trying to rebuild the old original scene on it. And what I realized is even going into the website SDK6, they don't let you download your old scenes there anymore.
Yeah.
It just spins and spins and spins. So I couldn't even get the old scene that was still up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that would be cool too, to be able to pull our scenes off.
Yeah. I haven't gone back and tried, but there's some that are like super just, I mean, I know it's stupid, but like they're super special to me. Like the airship that I made with like kitchen knives as the propeller and like the whole thing is made out of a vase I made huge. It's like, I don't know, like there's a bunch of us that remember that scene. It was like super just, it's just nostalgic, but it's not cool, but it's like, it has value for, a few people. So yeah, definitely would want to be able to use that. And I haven't tried to deploy it. So now I'm like, oh, maybe it won't work.
Yeah, so now I just want to take all my legacy scenes and turn them into worlds.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What if you minted a name like Bitcoin Legacy or, Canessa Legacy, and then like what if those were our names? Like everybody has their legacy name and then you just put all your stuff in there. That'd be so cool.
Yep, or Canessa Museum or anything like that. Yeah, exactly. The archives. The worlds are really cool, actually. I went to Rustan's world on mobile. It was called My Happy Place. I forget what it's called now. It's got the angels chasing you. It mostly worked. It was like 99% working. And it looked amazing. Like people were shocked when I showed them. They're like, "Oh, wow, Decentraland." I'm like, "Yeah, getting better."
Yeah. Let's see. I do see AJ came up to speak and has his hand up. Did you want to jump into this convo?
Yeah. Hey, Simple. Hey, Bitcoin. Hi, Kanessa. Hi, Jared. Um, I just wanted to present this idea. Whenever this discussion comes up, it always leads me back to this, and that's Isles' scene. And I don't think it's built out anymore. He deployed it back in SDK6 on somebody else's land, but you could click something in world, and it would essentially swap out and change the build on the scene. And I think something that would be helpful for all of us to do is to expand our thinking of a virtual space. Just like spiral staircases and windows don't work well in the metaverse, there's I think a certain mindset that also we could do well to get rid of, and that is just thinking about temporal space and time in a virtual space. You could certainly have all of these original spaces, these builds, um, but it would be something as simple as just creating a switch and turning off all the broken builds. So they'd be there, in the vanilla version of the Explorer, um, or of the client. Sorry, and this has been brought up before. I'm talking like 3 years ago before, but people were complaining about, oh, this, that, or the other thing being visible in Decentraland, and the original goal was always to have multiple clients. And it's not an easy thing to create a different Decentraland client. But yeah, just having having the best of both worlds. It's like, yeah, it's still there. And Vanessa, I think you and I have talked about this, uh, where you could even have an experience on your parcel or on your estate where somebody is um, walking around with scene A, or like the Halloween scene, and then me and Old Guy are in the Christmas scene, and then Sinful and Bitcoin are in the New Year's celebration scene, and we're all coexisting, on that parcel simultaneously. But all six of us are having a different experience. So I don't think it has to be, statically one thing or the other. I think you could satisfy the original promise of the smart contract, and then a la smart wearable, or portable experience, or whatever you want to call it. You could have a completely different experience on top of that. And as somebody who's whatever, I guess it's kind of my little pet project to visit every single one of the 90,000 plus parcels. Yeah, I've just seen a lot of different things. I agree that it's cool to preserve it, and it's almost like being able to I don't know, travel back in time, where you could be at a spot. I don't know if you've seen those pictures where like you go to France and they take a picture of modern day, and then you can like move the time slider, and then you can go back to the 1970s of France, or whatever, in that same spot, and see what's happening. And it's like you can exist through time and through space in a virtual world.
I think that would be so powerful, and like definitely I won't go in my whole time travel like idea that like we could actually record scenes and play them back 5 years from now, but like I think the potential's there. And yeah, it's like working smarter, not harder. Like that would be a solution.
I'm told they forgot all the chat dialogue is recorded somewhere, so theoretically they could reconstruct, a semblance of the historical moments in a scene.
Yeah, and hopefully everybody has read or watched the movie that I've suggested, the Secret Life of Ibelin, about the young man with muscular dystrophy who lived, in a wheelchair, completely immobile, but could use his fingers, and his parents thought he, was really restricted in life and didn't have any, friends. And then sadly he passed away. And then all these people started emailing like, I knew Ibelin. And that was his gamer tag. And he was actually like a power player in World of Warcraft. And so they went through and like took out all of his text messages, like 50,000 messages that he sent, and completely reconstructed what like his virtual experience. And then, it'd be like any one of us. Like people kind of thought something was different about him. Like people wanted to meet him in real life and he never would meet them. Like he never wanted them to know that he was actually like in a wheelchair until after he passed away. Then everybody, it's an amazing movie. Like everybody here needs to watch it. Secret Life of Ibelin. We all spend way too much time in the virtual world to not watch that movie. But I mean, I think it's like that at least proved that everything we've ever written is it's there. So yeah, I'm sure it's on some Amazon web server.
How do you spell
okay with
Ibelin?
most of the things I've written not being ever saved.
Let's just like, I want to. What were you saying, Scott?
Oh, just how do you spell Ibelin? I want to look up the movie.
Let me take a look and I'll see if I can post it here. I think Secret Life of Ibilin, I think. I mean, get your tissues. This is Ibelin. Watch the trailer of it and you're I'm
Is it The Remarkable Life of Ibelin?
Yeah, The Remarkable Life of Ibelin.
Okay. Ibelin.
Yeah. You Scott, you and me, like, I mean, I had a student with Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, and so watching this movie, I was just like, it's a hard one, but it's a beautiful, beautiful story. I'm gonna try to post it. But like, yeah, we all should watch this, like, for so many reasons. Copy link. Here we go.
Slightly unrelated, Canessa. I think this might be good news, or maybe who knows. A company I invest into, making a drug for breast cancer, recently got a special designation by the FDA to use the same drug they've been developed for, or not test for, but like treat Duchenne's muscular dystrophy.
Oh wow, that is amazing. That is good news, because that is a heartbreaking disability. I mean, just watching my student go through high school and everybody's like, what are you going to be when you grow up? And they're like, I'm going to be a, actor. I'm going to be a doctor. And like the life expectancy is 25. So like he went through high school knowing what his future was going to be like and how much he had. And it's okay. He's a girls soccer coach actually at a university right now. So I'm like, dude, bro, you're freaking amazing. Okay, so I pinned it at the top. Metaverse enthusiasts, you got to watch this. Get your tissues. But I don't know, like this just, it's worth it.
Will I cry?
Only if you have a heart.
I'm kind of fasting from crying.
Watch the trailer. Like right now, just watch it. And like the trailer is so good. You're like, no, like, dude, no. But I cry easy, so like maybe you guys are like, what are you talking about? But like, no, for me, it was super amazing. And Sean, good morning. Welcome up.
Good morning. Long time no see. How you guys been?
Yeah. Good. How are you?
Man, life is good. How's Decentraland world doing?
It's great. We've had some crazy cool, changes recently. So we're still exploring them, figuring out like little secrets that the devs have pocketed away. So yeah, it's a good time to be building.
Dude, I love it. Absolutely love it.
What have you been cooking up in your kitchen?
I haven't been playing in the Decentraland that much. We've been, I think if you remember, we're building out the first 3D browser for the world, which is equivalent to like the 2D browser, where you can build on your own quote unquote web server and your own spatial fabric, and basically connect it to a map bigger than our entire solar system. So you can not only connect it to your real world locations. It's basically going to power the future of VR and AR for like real world and also fictitious stuff. So you can build anything, and at some point there'll be planets that will be Decentraland like places that are completely communities where you can build out massive locations but be completely persistent to any other location as well, like going to Walmart or to a museum or anywhere. And so you can literally be fully persistently connected in a huge map, where you're similar to like when you open up Chrome, you're connected to 100 million websites. And so we finally just launched. We're about to be a part of a major standards forum, just like the W3C for the web browser. And we already have, almost 100 universities and a whole bunch of things that are all going to get involved. So this is going to be like the next, basically bringing together what Decentraland and Roblox and all these people, but for the open spatial internet, basically. So it's going to be pretty neat. But Decentraland's still near to my heart because I have been there, from the beginning. So it's a special community.
That's awesome, and I love hearing that from so many people. Lot of different users in the Web3 space, and like when they get to talking, they'll say something like that, like, yeah, but Decentraland was where I got my start. Now I'm doing this other thing. I'm over here. I'm in this project, but I think that's always cool to hear, just how many people actually just like it's the gateway. The gateway, I don't know, virtual world to kind of get people interested. And I don't know, like it's
I
nice
think it's
that it's been around.
Yeah, I think it's like Second Life and Decentraland. I mean, I think there's a handful of communities that, like I said, it's less about the tech and more about really driving the community. And you and Sinful and a lot of the community members have done such a great job because it's more about the people than the tech. It should always be that way. And so I think it's more about, if you make it easy to connect with people all over the world that have similar views or want to meet people from all over the world. I think that's where it starts, right? And then tech gets better where it gets easier to meet other people and, venture out to different communities and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's the way it should be. Like, you wouldn't want to just go to the city and go to one store and stay in that store forever. You would want to walk out that doorway and walk across the mall to the next store. And it doesn't mean you don't like the first store. It just means you're shopping for different things. And I think that's how, like, the things that we make are stronger because of that.
Yeah, and the cool thing about the spatial internet that's coming out with all these standards is that imagine you can build a digital twin of your house. Someone in VR can go to that coordinate space, and you in AR glasses will see them instantly and be able to interact with them in your house. And the kicker would be is you can bring in any piece of software, like a chessboard or anything that you want to do with them, anchor it in any spot, and instantly be able to play it or interact with somebody. Or it could be a store with payments, or an AI that greets you, or an AI that takes you on tours, like at a Walmart, to help you find the toilet paper. It basically makes the entire internet programmable outside of 2D websites, and it's pretty neat because it's going to allow us to enjoy joining people in the real world, no matter where they're at, instantly. And it doesn't matter if it's work or play or whatever the case may be. So it's kind of neat to take this tech to another level where we can actually bring people together, like what the World Wide Web has done, but now in reality, right? And 3D and kind of that type of thing. So what's going to happen over the next 10 years is going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, for sure. So let me ask this. Do you have like the Meta glasses or any that are like letting you experiment with that already, like in AR?
Oh yeah. We use a Quest 3. We haven't put it live yet for a demo, but we can demo it for people. We're doing it for major companies and individuals that express interest. But you can right now literally put a link in a browser in your Quest 3, and I can go in VR to a location, and I will instantly be at your house. And we can actually see third-party services, like a movie that's running off of a streaming service, changing your light switch in your house, and like Google searching. Those are just examples of services, and none of this requires any installations whatsoever. It's all instant.
Oh my gosh, I need that. I need that so bad, Sean. Like last week, part of my roof got tore off, so like I was figuring out how to re-roof it by myself, like with nails and shingles and a tarp. And So last night I had a good conversation about somebody with AR glasses, and they were like, "Yeah, you could just have those and like ask it how to like it can scan what you're looking at, and you could be like, how do I fix this roof?" And so I need that. I need to be on my roof in VR goggles,
Oh,
like
totally.
with no
And it's
safety harness.
and the challenge that you have is like you have like the meta glasses that have their AI hard coded into the device, so you're forced to use their AI. With the open browser, that device would connect to a 3D browser, and you can basically connect to any AI built by anyone in the world. And so it basically gives, instead of device lock-in or vendor lock-in, the open browser basically allows anyone to build a third-party service and connect to it. So you would have the choice to use, if let's say you don't trust Meta or don't like their AI, or there's a better AI out there, or an AI that's specific to fixing roofs or something like that, you would be able to go out on an open marketplace, grab that real-time service, and instantly interact with it while building your roof. And so that's the purpose of the 3D browser, is to, and not be taxed through an app system, right? Where you're stuck, giving 30% or all your revenue to a big, walled garden platform. The browser allows anyone to build any service, and you pick and choose what you want to interact with anywhere in the world and stuff. So it's that freedom, I think, is important if we're all going to participate, versus having one company build it all and we're stuck in their kind of ecosystem.
But if Meta's building the hardware of like the Meta AI glasses and the Meta Quest, how do you get around that?
Well, you can use the Quest Meta. The Meta Quest has its own browser, so we're a browser in a browser. At some point, there'll be standards that kind of force these companies to participate, similar to how the World Wide Web works, right? So there's any device that you buy today, you can get onto the web and get web information, whether it's on a website or different apps and things. The same thing will eventually happen with the 3D browser. And so we have a major standard body that we're going to announce very shortly that is going to create the first native browser version of what we're doing using all of our technology. And that would enable every device to be connected. And so there may be one device that says, we're not doing that because we're going to be a walled garden system, but all the corporations, I mean, we're already working with, I think, 300 corporations that all want to move forward with their XR initiatives and cannot do it inside a closed platform. So they'll eventually force those companies to allow for a 3D browser to be there, so they can run their infrastructure on their servers versus inside of their platform, basically. And so it's just a transition that will happen over the next couple of years.
Yeah, because that was always like, I tried to use a program called Blacksmith XR, and that it was really great to build on, at least for like educational purposes, but I could not use it on a Meta device because I didn't, there was a go around, but the company was like, this will violate your terms of service. So, and we did not tell you how to do this. And so that's just my thought is how, like the reality.
Well, the reality of it works now because we're in WebXR, so our stuff works in all Quest devices. So you can open up a Quest 3, go to rp1.com, and you are instantly connected to a map bigger than our solar system that's all fully persistent, no shards, and no limitation on people. So if you want 5,000 people at a concert, you can easily do that in VR, any device. So you can do it in there could be people in the audience that are desktop, mobile, and VR all interacting with each other at the same time. Full spatial audio, and it all works immediately. There's no downloads whatsoever. So it's and then what happens, all those places are a map system that you can basically build whatever you want on your own servers and connect it to a location in that entire map system. So we have like Star Wars building out at a 1-to-1 scale of the Star Wars galaxy. We have Elysium, which is like this 12-kilometer thing in space that eventually you can build towards. You can go to the moon. I mean, you could literally fly up into the sky. You're fully persistent to the entire map system. It's really the first time that technology has been enabled an experience like that, especially in VR.
That's amazing. What is the highest amount of users you've had actually utilizing it at once?
Yeah, we had one thing where we had about 600 plus in there, just all roaming around, full spatial audio. We continuously have hundreds in different locations, and then now people are starting to build. We have universities building digital twins of their campuses, but this all literally just started about a week and a half ago. And so so all of that is people are building today. There's people actually building tools for it because it's an open ecosystem, so you're not forced to build building your own metaverse server, we show one way to do it. Other people are finding out other ways to do it because it's just like building a web server in your own website. So it's a completely open ecosystem where you can build any tool set. We have a whole bunch of tool companies that are starting to build tools for it that eventually they'll deploy it and people can use them. It's going to take off because everyone can contribute to it. It's not stuck in a system that's forced on the owners to apply different tools or new things. The world can build all that just like how the World Wide Web is developed. But I don't even know how many things are in there, to be honest with you. I mean, it's already being added on a daily basis and stuff, so it's pretty neat.
So then, like the Star Wars world, is that Disney building that, or is that like fan made?
Good question. I think it's fan made, but they're trying to get Disney involved. That is something I just heard literally like a week ago. So they have like a scene editor, and they're trying to bring in like a 1-to-1 scale of the entire Star Wars galaxy outside of our solar system. And you can fly there; it would take you forever, but you can teleport there. I don't think they've put it in the world yet, or in the map yet. But it's I think they're working on a side project and are going to upload it into on their own spatial fabric, their own website, and manage it. So it's going to be quite neat.
That's awesome. I just like with Disney and Epic Games like creating their own metaverse. It's like, ooh, will the giant allow something like that? Like I don't know, just I know that they're pretty careful with their IP and like where it's utilized and how it's utilized.
They are, as long as you. I think I wouldn't say ways around it. There's definitely ways to do it that is more fan based, where it's not for profit. And when you're turning revenue, then it becomes a really big issue. But the hope is that Disney will get heavily involved. But yeah, this is going to be a pretty, from what we see and the people that are getting involved, a pretty big deal because there's nothing that exists that creates an open spatial internet, because there's no standards. Everyone's building their own platforms. And so what happens is all those platforms have pioneered what all this looks like, but eventually it's all going to merge into the open metaverse. And I think the term metaverse has been really used in so many different ways, but the metaverse is really just an equivalent to the World Wide Web. So if you think about the World Wide Web is all the 2D information that can be found by web browsers built by anyone in the world, the metaverse will be all things 3D that are found through a 3D browser. And the 3D browser, there'll eventually be massive competition. Many people will build multiple browsers. So that way, if a company goes out of business like AltSpace or Eighth Wall or all this, your stuff lives on. You're no longer stuck inside of an ecosystem. If they go out of business, you lose all your assets, or you're told you can't do this, you can't do this. It's unguarded, right? So now everyone can literally build what they want, and it'll live forever. And so it's I think a process that needs to happen for the industry, so we all come together for it.
For sure, but like so I think like a lot of the different projects like that, the things that the bottom line is like who's paying to run those servers. So then like let's say somebody has an absolute version of alt space on RP1 and then it goes out of business. Like you're paying the server costs to maintain that. Like that, how is
Good
that
question.
sustainable?
Yeah, so the server cost, so everything I'm describing to you works with or without RP1. RP1 becomes what is called a service provider. The native browser has nothing to do with RP1. Well, it has everything to do with it, but RP1 is setting the open standards on how this all comes together. It's kind of like the original person that built the web browser. They described what a website looks like, how websites could be found by browsers. Like you had to define all the open standards for the World Wide Web to get started. And so you can build what is called your spatial fabric on your own metaverse server. And your spatial fabric is basically a fancy term for a map that contains all the things that you want to interact with, that you want people to go to. And you can have a native browser that connects directly to your spatial fabric, but you'll be responsible for figuring out the scale and the spatial audio and the 6DOF. Or you can connect your spatial fabric to an RP1 that provides the spatial audio, the 6DOF, and scale. And we have solved the problem that no one else has been able to solve. We can do 1 billion users fully uncharted with 1,000 times less compute. So for you to eventually run your own metaverse server, that it would be whatever it cost, as far as the cloud or anything, but we would provide the scale, and that it's free now, but eventually it'll cost dollars a year. I mean, it's going to be very, very low because it doesn't cost us a lot. Whereas any other technology, it would be thousands of dollars to manage your own servers with that type of scale. And so that helps jumpstart. And eventually there'll be competitors to RP1 as well. So you'll pick and choose, wait, I don't like RP1, they suck. Or here's another service that I can use that's better or cheaper or whatever the case may be is. But you have to jumpstart that open ecosystem one way or another. But your stuff will live on because eventually there'll be 10 browsers, 3D browsers. And so one browser goes out of business, Safari goes out of business, Chrome will still find your website, right? And so as long as you know how to build and deploy your own website and manage it, keep your own data, keep your revenue, not worry about, what tools may or may not work. Now it's all deployable to the open metaverse. And that's kind of the route that it has to go so we can all own and participate at every level versus it being all under one kind of platform, if you will.
Well, it sounds like you've been cooking. It's interesting, and thank you for sharing all that. If I can pick your brain, what has been the biggest challenge so far?
Well, we just launched. I think people to get their heads wrapped around what I just explained. Some people are just like, it's like could make sense, but it's still like, why do we need that? And people don't realize that the future of AR definitely needs it because AR glasses is going to allow you to walk around the real world, and you need a one-to-one scale planet Earth. And so the challenge has been to explain all the layers of all this technology. And some of it is to get people hyped up about it. But the other part is sometimes you just have to let people start building, and then it'll kind of explain itself pretty easily. The idea that you can be in VR, sitting at your desk, go to a real world location, and instantly join a friend is mind numbing. And we could do that today. Like, it's crazy. And so you can not only join someone, but they'll see you in avatar form, and you can wave at them and stuff. And so we're finishing up the VPS system on the native on the browser currently, so you can do that. But the native browser all of that stuff will be built into it, and that's going to be built by an open standard, not even by RP1. It's going to be built by a very large standard body. So I think the biggest challenge, to answer your question, is I think a lot of people don't know what the future looks like. They still see it either as virtual world. They don't really know how AR glasses are going to really change our lives. And so to educate and get people to caught up with that vision is always a challenge. But once they do, they're going to realize why a 3D browser is needed and the importance of it, and then kind of help build for it. So I guess that's the biggest challenge.
Yeah, and I think that's industry wide for sure. I think that if you love VR, AR, if you are on this space, if you're into digital worlds, you obviously see some kind of value, whether it's intrinsic or something else, and translating that to the rest of the world. I don't know. Like there's a lot of there's a big gap. There's a big jump between where we're at today and where we need to be for mass adoption. And part of me is not sure we need to have mass adoption. I don't know. It just I guess I'm just not sure if we should have so much interconnectability. I was without power last week for many days, and without Wi-Fi and anything. So it really it was painful, but I survived. But it really made me look carefully at what how many times I'm trying to go for my phone to answer a question, or to get connected to people, or to find out what the weather's going to do. And it was a good reflection of geez, I need to stay off my devices more. I need to not be on them as much. So I'm just I don't know. It's just
I think
lately,
I agree.
Looking at that, AR, VR, I love them. I want them, but damn, they don't fix a leaky roof.
No, I agree 100% with you, and I think there's a balance. The reality is that we all spend 8 to 10 hours on the web today, right? So the only thing that the metaverse is going to do is make it better. That instead of staring at web pages, what if I can just talk to somebody? What if I can just be there with them, even though I can't travel around the world? What if a grandmother wants to be at Christmas, but she can't travel, but she can easily put her VR headset on and be there around the tree with their kids, and they can see them in their AR glasses? It's going to bring humanity together in a way that wasn't considered possible. And the challenge that we have is that we're in the AOL CompuServe days of the metaverse, where there's all these platforms that are trying to force everyone to be in their ecosystem, but there's no interoperability. There's a lot of friction, right? So if I were hey guys, I built this cool thing in Roblox, and you've never been in Roblox, you got to go download and install Roblox. You got to create an account. You got to create an avatar. You got to learn their UX, and then you can figure out how to find my one space. And then you're limited to the number of users and all this great. And you can only deploy in their tools. It's kind of like AOL, right, or CompuServe. Once there's zero friction, and I can literally join anybody in the real world, or they can come to me virtually, or we can just play a game of chess on Thursday nights, and it doesn't require any downloads or hard, technology to make that all possible. It's going to connect us in ways where we can interact with each other. You cannot be lonely. Someone can join you whenever you want to do a class, or you can go to work and be in a conference room where half the people are actually there and half the people are remote, but you're interacting as if everyone is there in real life. It's going to make it easier to connect. And to me, it just right now there's too much friction, no interoperability, and the technology doesn't support that. And that's what the 3D browser is for. It's really to bridge all of this together, all the amazing experiences that we know are possible, and now make it interoperable so we can all participate. So it's a pretty big jump for all of us.
That's awesome, but like the reality of that is that Roblox is not going to give up their market share. Epic is not going to be like, here, you don't have to download, this app. There's certain reasons that you have to download the client because it solved problems that the web browser could not solve. And places like that are making billions of dollars, they're not going to idealistically change for the good of everybody. Like, so I mean, that sounds awesome and like very utopic, but the reality is like Epic is a giant, a monster. Apple is the monster. Like they're huge. It's David versus Goliath, and like they're not going to do it without having like a force of hand.
I agree and kind of disagree. So, and I'll tell you why. AOL was the exact same way. AOL, their sole job was to keep the entire world in their walled garden platform. And they were a multi-billion-dollar company, huge. And they had the power, just like what they do is when someone invented the web browser, it was impossible for AOL to compete with the web browser because everyone could build the tools and solve the problems of deploying things to the web. And once the web browser was as good, if not better than AOL, AOL could not compete anymore. It took about 4 or 5 years just because people had to learn the process and the technologies and whatnot. There's nothing special about Roblox. The only thing that they have a vendor lock-in is because it's really, really, really expensive to scale. So if any of those users wanted to have a couple hundred people come, they would need a couple of servers in a data center and pay for all that money, which no one wants to pay. So then again, you go to the platform that has the best tools and the best cool experiences. Once that is removed and it's as costly as a website, running your own website, then it's going to equalize the technologies. And so this is all going to happen really soon. And you're thinking of it more from a gaming perspective. All the corporations, I'm talking about Walmart, Chase Bank, Yelp, all these things are going to allow you, because eventually AR glasses will replace a mobile device 100%. And you're going to walk around and easily have people show up right in your glasses and walk down the street with you, or be in a classroom, or like you said, fix your roof or your thing. You're going to have access to so much through your AR glasses. Then it's going to be, the world's already connected, and it needs a open ecosystem that brings it all together. And so it's going to happen. I hear you, and it is a leap for people that kind of see what is today. But Roblox will eventually, they will actually build for the open metaverse. They will build a planet of their own called Roblox. They'll have their own tools and things that you can build on that planet. But when I'm done, I can go to my job at Microsoft or RP1, or I can go to play a game somewhere else, or I can go to the moon because NASA is showing off a new satellite or something. I'm not stuck under what Roblox wants me to see. They become just one area that I can go to play a game. But that's not going to manage Chase Bank or Walmart or things as I walk around the real world that I interact with. So it's, they just help show the way, but eventually they'll be replaced, or they'll participate, with the open, metaverse.
Well, very interesting. That helps a lot, just to kind of, like you said, it doesn't exist yet. So it's, or just like the future that isn't here yet. It's hard to visualize that. It's hard to see it. And we're getting there slowly. Like, we've got more tech in more places than we realize, in our vehicles and our fridges and, different crazy utilizations. So, so thank you. It's always good to hear from you and see what you've been working on, and appreciate you coming on and, sharing that all with us.
Yeah, and we definitely need to what was the name an author of the book that we read for book club that kind of just completely jaded us. Fucking, it was a Metaverse, by
Yeah,
Matthew
Matthew
Ball,
Ball.
correct?
Matthew
Yes,
Ball, Metaverse, the abridged version.
yes, a bridge version, a more updated version. If you ever get any time to read or listen to audiobooks, I would highly recommend that one. Um, Kind of just speaks about like the uh, and you kind of mentioned it, like it's like more focused towards like the video game industry, how they have their closed off systems and stuff like that that they don't want to share with the next person, and how many billions it would take to if our perfect world were to be created, if it could. So yeah, uh, great to see you. Thank you for coming up. And I see down in the crowd, I see Make. Good morning, Make. Happy you made it today. Awesome party last night. Amazing. Uh, what? How long did you go? Till like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. You freaking psychopath. Good morning, Silly Girl. Silly Girl was also at the event last night. So nice to see you. Thank you for pulling up. And I do see MetaBeast down there. My brother, One Exists. Great to see you. It's been a while. Old guy, or more formally known as Old Elf. uh, Good morning, dude. Let's see. Taking a look around the room. See Alan Howick and Hayabusa. Oh, that reminds me, is Bitcoin still listening? Yes, Bitcoin still listening. Earlier you had mentioned the world, my happy place. That is a Hayabusa creation, actually, which is she's super talented. You should check out more of her work. Good morning, Jen. Happy to see you. Bitcoin is back on his PC. He's back in the lab, as he says. Dio the God, good morning. Let's see who else has joined since the last time I looked around the room. Of course, we have a Rustan. We have a kid called Make just popping in right now.
You didn't spend enough time talking about how fantastic and talented and just overall slept on Hayabusa is, and I just thought we should just make sure that
We
does go
should circle
unnoticed.
back. No, like honestly, like I would love to spend an entire day speaking about how talented Hayabusa is. Um, she's been making all these cool emotes, um, and even more. Like it's been a while that she's been developing the emotes, and I don't know if they've been released or if it's like just part of one of her worlds, but in case she hasn't released them, I'm just not going to spoil anything. I'll just say that I like how she has kind of perfected kind of like subtle movements in like intimate spaces or intimate moments, like when it comes to emotes. I think perhaps social emotes might be something great for Hayabusa in her future creations.
100%. Like her, the moon emote she has, like the characters, like hand gestures and stuff. Like it actually makes like an "I love you." I think it's South Korean hand gesture. It was I can't remember. I'm sorry, Hayabusa. I'm butchering the explanation, but it's a really subtle. But once you see it, oh man, that's like so freaking fantastic.
Indeed, indeed. So, Canessa. Oh yeah, sorry. You did notice. I was gonna say, did you see that you are a trophy winner? But you are. I think you took a picture next to the statue of Canessa.
I did, of course. Yes, the trophy. And then I had to stand there next to the trophy that I made for the trophy emote, and I had to forget them both because I know a trophy looks like a trophy, but I'm like, it's very, very very similar. So I'm like, well, that's interesting, but yeah. Oh, well.
I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up right now. And for some reason, okay, oh no, Canessa, what is happening? For some reason, I think either my. Are you naked right now on Decentraland by any chance?
No,
No,
no.
you're not naked. Well, your your
Let's see.
statue is naked right now.
How about now?
Mm, maybe I need a slash reload here.
I feel like they should probably put in some
Oh,
kind of make sure your statue never appears naked, like feature. That feels like the worst. Like, that's a nightmare you have as a child. You're like, oh.
I mean, yeah, like my.
okay. You
Are you
you are
kidding? My
now a
avatar
Wookiee.
is like, she's like perfect, like shape. She can appear naked anytime she wants. Like that's different than like.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess it should be an option available to those who want
Yeah,
modesty. But you're
I
right. You're right.
mean,
I should. I can't take my prudish nature to the world.
until like the avatars start reflecting your IRL donut consumption and caloric intake, we're good. We're good. Like I assume that the avatar is still wearing some like undergarments of some sort.
Only bottoms.
It's just a great. Oh wait, it's only wearing bottoms. It's actually topless. Okay, that's wild. I was
Yeah,
gonna make a joke
yeah.
about that, but that's.
But not anymore. I did slash reload, and I'm seeing the Wookiee Canessa.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm
We
an
don't even
Oscar.
know if it has a bikini wax or not. That's very inappropriate.
The
I'm
Wookiee,
sorry,
you
I'm
know
gonna show
what?
myself.
When Sasquatch comes out, guys, it's winter. Winter's coming, and just it's been a long winter.
You judging by those feet, you must have been hiking barefoot too.
I'm a Sasquatch. I live in the Northwest.
I'm a Sasquatch, not a Wookiee.
I'm so glad I have that skin. Like I have friends that literally like tell me they've seen Bigfoot in the mountains of Washington, and their story's pretty damn convincing. Like they were going over a mountain pass in the middle of the night in Washington, and they're like driving with their mom, and they're like driving, and all of a sudden they see this giant figure running on the side of the road, and like they pass it, and then they're like, "Did you see that?" And like, I mean, you just don't. People don't do that. They don't run through the mountains in the middle of the night on the side of the road, and like. So she swears it's a Sasquatch. So I always troll her. I always send her stuff, but then secretly I'm like, what the fuck did she see?
I mean, judging by the coast, perhaps maybe just a very excited meth addict.
No, I'm talking like deep mountains. Like you're gonna die of exposure style. Like nobody lives up there. Like
meth still applies.
No, I don't. Not up there.
They don't feel.
I have to go, and I just want to say goodbye to be a proper gentleman. I'll talk to you guys later.
See you later,
Hi.
Hi, Meg.
Hi, Meg. Are you
Love
here
you.
to back me up about meth heads in the woods?
No, but it's really funny. I did jump up to talk about Yeti in my spaghetti, which is freaking hysterical because we literally just gave a young man our Yeti and spaghetti. So it all fits. Yeah. Anybody ever played Yeti and my spaghetti with their children?
That sounds like a brain rot that somebody needs to steal and index.
I gotta say, it's actually totally great. I mean, you can still steal it. I'm sure but it's a game that's kind of like Jenga, but it's a bowl of spaghetti with this little plastic Yeti, and then you take turns pulling out the spaghetti strands until the Yeti falls in the spaghetti. It's really true.
I can think of a more horrible, scary variant where it'll be like a bowl of spaghetti, and you just pull the spaghetti, but one of them is a danger noodle, the snake.
You see, this is an improvement. Hi, kittens. I'm trying to. I don't know. I was trying to pull down the hideout. I'm so bittersweet that it's gone, but just like Canessa, usually we do that after a couple months, not years. But yeah, what a way to close out the hideout. I really appreciate you, Mew. And we went 4 hours and change. Sheesh. I'm
Four.
tired. It was a run. Sweaty
Oh,
mess. I
yeah.
appreciate y'all, silly girl. Huge love, girl. What a way to close out.
Yes, and Knesset, for a little context, in case you didn't see any posts, last night was our last Meta Beast roaming party at Make's Beast Hideout. Like,
Aw.
yes, that the the scene that has held it together for so many parties. Almost like what, a year and a half, about a year and a half, two
Solid year and
years.
a half. We're getting there.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, we're
probably a
getting.
quarter short, but it's time. It was time to let it go. Wow, did it hang? For all that it isn't, it sure held up every week for you. I think it deserves like a bronze statue, but I was hoping we could burn it down live or something, but I totally ran out of time. So I'm just taking it down today.
um I'm trying to think of what it was. Like, I think it was like, I know it's Toxic and Mean Green Doge, but I'm trying to think if it was like for the transition from client 1 to client 2 that they burned that bitch down. Or
Yeah, I think so. That was so cool.
that was such a nice event. Yeah, bittersweet, of course, but very nice.
It's time. It's time. And yes, I did call Toxic and Mean Green, and they were even willing to help all up into the end. But I actually thought it was Tuesday and was closer to Thursday when I asked, and I didn't realize. So there you go. Either way, what a run in the hideout, and I can't wait to open the venue we've been waiting on, and I'm so excited.
Yes, everyone. Big change, big change. Our venue for next week's Meta Beast Growing Party is going to be so different. I hope you all come and enjoy.
And
And
even
you've been building it out for a long time, right, Make?
well, I have not me, but KJ. She really helped me concoct something really great. But it was built more the first time, like in a knower or a lastrum would do. It was really built kind of as like a standalone, kind of like the old way. I feel like that some people were building very code based, living on servers, and after everything, we took a look. That was gonna be, we were gonna open it up in June of this year, and it was all done. But the server callouts, based on the way it was all done, and my request would have been really expensive to maintain, and I had quite a worry that we wouldn't be building with Decentraland, and not the builder. So she took a break, a well deserved break from dealing with me, and it's done, and it's been on Decentraland, like in the main thing, for a couple weeks while we just worked out some kinks, and no better time than right the day after Christmas to welcome you all over.
So Christmas, please don't say the 25th. The 26th?
Yep, on the
Okay.
26th, we'll do a soft opening for those who are there. And I'm still working it out, but I'm pretty sure this is so fun. I'm going to have my brother in law, who's a DJ. He DJs in Cleveland. And then my nephew DJs in college. So I think I'm going to rope them into doing our MetaBeast Roman party the day after Christmas.
That's awesome. I just had to ask because you are crazy enough to maybe do it on the 25th. So thanks for doing it the next day.
Next day, 26th, for some of us.
And I mean, in a small way, I know we briefly talked about it, but we should probably get the ball rolling. The thought for a New Year's event, Make, are we still on board with that? Should I gather the troops?
I mean, right now I just figure I'm gonna keep it on that. I think it's officially the second, for the Friday, and if
Yep.
everybody rallies around doing like some New Year's, extended adventure, then we're in. And if not, we'll just keep with all the moving parts going back and forth with the family and everything. Probably just makes more sense and a new build to stay in our lane. But let's see what happens. If everybody rallies for like a 24-hour or whatever New Year's, I'm in.
Yeah, most certainly I'm not gonna rally for a 24-hour. Yeah.
Are you still recovering from the one 3 years ago? Because I mean, I think we should do it. I think we should. It was great.
Yes, it was I think it was very excellent for my mental health. eh, Especially since, it was a mental health event.
Oh yeah.
So
Don't know how that aged.
but I mean, definitely, like, as far as all that goes, like the memories that were built that day, like they can't, they're undefeated. So I am happy I stayed up all day and night for a 24-hour event. I'm happy that I got to eat McGriddles with Canessa at 6 a.m. while looking on Twitter and seeing that we were trending and just freaking the fuck out over our McGriddles and trending on Twitter.
I see. That's why I think we should do it again. I think, but like this time, what if, like, because back then the Decentraland account didn't do anything to like retweet or amplify, and we did that like on our own. I was struggling to make an X post every hour. Like the first 10 hours were fine, but by like the the 20-second X post of trying to like cohere and not sleeping for 24 hours and being like live now at, and then like typing in the chords, and then like we've got, and then typing in the artist, and that like I was struggling. So I guess we could, like we could do 24 X posts in advance when we're not sleep deprived. But I don't know. I think we should do it. I think like, remember when Kevin on Earth did his 24-hour stream, but he stayed live on the air. He looked haggard by the end. Like we don't have to show our face. I think we should do it. And also, like we've got time zones here. We don't all have to stay up. It doesn't have to be the same people. Like we can piggyback. We can tag out. Like Toxic, you got the European time. Like here, like we got this.
Yeah, yeah, I guess you're right. And also we gotta also consider that come 2025, we do have the power of AI at our fingertips now, which will help with our X posts and stuff like that, not having to think what we're like 23 hours deep.
Yeah, yeah. And then M said in World use an avatar. So like wouldn't that be cool if we were all VTubing together? Cuz what did we do? We did that once when Rustan was showing us how to put like VTube. It was just like super simple, but what was it? It was like, oh, our Vipes, I think. And then you had your kid called Beast. But it was so funny because we're all just in the group chat of Discord, and like our little wonky hands are like wiggling on screen. That would make it so much more fun if, if we had our little VTuber things. Because then what happens when you get tired and your computer's trying to like show your VTuber, like will your little VTube head just kind of like crinkle down? I don't know.
Depressed. It's looking depressed and shit.
Yeah,
uh,
like does it do that? Like how good are these details? We need to make sure that it can show fatigue, avatar fatigue.
No, it'll just be or at least from the one that Rustan made me. It would just be like him all slunched over, just
Yes. Oh my god.
poor guy.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, I mean, I'm sure it's still done in like the content creation world and stuff like that. But like back in the like that kind of time, like I feel like I was around more people that were all like, yeah, 24-hour stream, 24-hour stream. I'm gonna do it, or the classic, I'm gonna be the first Decentraland 24-hour streamer, and then like someone else does it, and then they get mad at each other and and drama,
Well, you know what?
drama, drama,
Let's just say that we're the first, and you know,
and trigger some people.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, like everybody, all of you guys listening, we'll all know we're not, but like,
yeah. Ingester and Kevin on
oh
Earth will
god,
come back and be like, "No, I did it first."
is that how we're gonna bring back the OGs?
I
Go
I
dumb.
don't I don't want those OGs back, please.
I don't even want to use those two, a vowel and the consonant together in.
Yes.
But I think that could work. I mean, like there'd be, and like that would get people back, and they'd check out Genesis Plaza. They'd be like, "Well, there's some changes here," and be like, "Yes, there are. What else could we do? We could." Sorry, I'm choosing violence today. There's better ways to get people into Decentraland, other than just completely targeting their ego.
You could target their wallets. No,
Yeah,
let's not do that.
we'll wait
Let's not
until
do
the
that either.
We'll wait until the bull run go. You know, let's wait for the cost of crypto to go up. Then we will.
Yes, when altcoin bull run. And good morning, Jim. I see you down there in the listeners. Hello, 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 my friend. Uh, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. What's the other one? Happy Ramana.
Solstice. Don't forget solstice.
Solstice. I thought that's just like when like you lose sunlight or you gain sunlight.
That's because you're from Florida, not the Pacific Northwest, in the mountains, where your friends worship goddesses and have bonfires.
Are you one of those crystal girls that my mom told me to worry about?
No, but I have friends who are definitely celebrating solstice soon. Is it tomorrow? I don't know.
Make is over there cracking up. He's like, "Don't get me started on crystals."
Oh my gosh, guys! Anybody can have crystals. It doesn't make you bad.
I'm gonna give my city chickens a crystal. I'm gonna give them the 21. Was it 21 Savage? No, it was. God, I can't remember his name right now. The rapper that implanted a crystal to his forehead. No,
dude, what? I don't know, but I know my good friend Fancy gave me some crystals in Argentina, and I hold those very near and dear to my heart.
Hey, okay, here it is. It's a Lil Uzi Vert. Yes, I'm gonna implant crystal. Oops. Oh, okay. On my city chickens' foreheads with crystals. I might just even get one myself.
Well, it's that time of the day where we just check on the space and see how we're all doing on time, since you're talking about not injecting, but like permanently placing crystals into your forehead.
Yes, this is usually where we check our blood sugar, make sure everything is good.
Now, if you said you were doing that with a ledger, that would be kind of cool.
I think I would more like insert the ledger into like my forearm so that it like I could use it if like Bluetooth technology or like like the same shit that your credit card has where you just like put it up to a scanner. Ever happened?
Well, you know what? They're just gonna cut your arm off then. At least with the forehead, you got to deal with Thanos vision. You got to get WandaVision there to like blast it out, or in the that doesn't work, you just clutch it with your bare hands.
They won't just cut my head cut my head off. Dang.
Nope.
uh, but perfect time to invite anyone that is listening. If you have any topics or anything you'd like to come up and chat about, you are definitely welcome to. We have been going for about not about, we have gone for 2 hours now. So yeah, I mean, I guess we could determine at this cross point whether we continue our conversations or begin to wind down and then raid over to Los Cat in about 1 hour.
I have a question for Canessa.
Yes.
So the trophy awards we got, can that become an emote the trophy award winners get?
I don't know. I have, the reason I mentioned the emote is because I made an emote for the group of people that won during, I did a trivia last spring. And so this is just why I bring it up, because the trophy that they use looks so much like the GLB that I used for my emote. It's not the same, but it's like,
oh, so that's
similar.
You didn't make the one that we won that we're on the statue with. You made a different one that they pilfered.
Kind of, yeah, basically. Like,
yeah, okay. So I have it pulled up
I
on the
get it
screen
now.
right
Yeah,
now.
I get it now.
If you have the stream up anywhere, I have the tweet pulled up on the screen where Canessa is using her emotes with the trophy, and then there's the statue posing
That's
with the
okay.
trophy
I
there.
didn't fully get it. Okay, I get it now.
yeah, I mean
Canessa.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
No, I mean it's kind of confusing. Like if I'm just walking around with this trophy, it's close enough to the ones there that people might be like, "Oh, that's the trophy that's like from there." It's like, I
thought you had it. And I was like, "How do I get one?" I mean,
no, like that was something I made. Actually, I
want to flex.
It took me so long to make that one. Because I couldn't figure out how to make it, and then and it was summer, it was super busy. I was like on road trips, so everybody that I had promised it to, I was like, dang it, I gotta get that. I gotta figure out how to get this like parented. Oh gosh, I see myself naked in a boy's body. You didn't tell me I was a man down here.
Oh, I didn't want to crush you.
Oh, come on, Decentraland. This is a glitch. This is a glitch.
Yep, unacceptable glitch.
But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I don't want to complain. Like I am honored that it's obviously like really similar. If you look at the GLB, it kind of looks like it's the GLB, like where I actually want to like go through and count the vertices and be like, is it my GLB that they added like some different texturing on? Because you can see like how many like pieces.
From the picture, it's literally the same. Like my comparison here, only differences I'm seeing is like at the rim of the top of the cup. The Decentraland statue one, it's like thicker. It's a thicker rim. But that's about the only, well, besides the size and everything. That's beside. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. But is it like, I'm just going to be happy and honored that the design was so closely utilized. But yeah, if somebody sees this, they're definitely going to be like, oh, I want that emote. And like, I made it for the winners of the CBD trivia and like made it exotic. So it's special. I would have made it mythic, but there was like one extra person. So I had to make it exotic. And then I want to make sure it's like, you know, whoever got that, like the next time I'll offer it is like, if we do another trivia, which means I need like years worth of questions for Decentraland to like gather again. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just interesting.
It was cool. I was jealous for a minute, but now I get it. So
Yeah, so Bitcoin, next time we do trivia, I'm gonna let you know, and then hopefully you're on the team
Yeah,
that wins.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
I
Yep.
guess probably for like the CBD birthday, is it the 4-year coming up? God dang.
Yep. That's exactly what I was gonna say, Canessa, because I was gonna mention like last year we did our trivia for the 3-year anniversary. So, Canessa, are we hinting at a year 4 trivia session?
I think so, but maybe we should do the 24-hour thing again.
24-hour trivia?
No, God, no. It took years. It took years of quietly peeling answers away from the founders every time I got to talk with them and like mentally writing it down. Like, okay, I'm going to use it in my trivia. Not at all weird. Not at all like I'm not a stalker. I'm just a listener. So I'm gonna need some more lore. Or actually, like everybody should
We are the
contribute.
lore.
We are. I mean, I bet if everybody came up with like one question, we all have like different perspectives and different stories. I bet we could come up with some cool trivia. Like one of the best ones was like, what wearable is in every wallet? What wearable
Yes.
has appeared in the most like unique wallets? And everybody knew it, kind of like some people were like, well, what? But if you've been around, you would know the lore of the hater blockers, the Dr. Drip hater blockers. Like, so that kind of stuff, it's like not to say you had to be here, but like I love that. I love that stuff. It's like layers of culture, I guess, that we're creating. 5 years ago we didn't have that, but now we have like so much.
Yep, there's a story behind it. Like, I think that's what makes all of this special. What makes the trivia special? Ah, man, I could like recently. I don't know if it was like on CVD Gen Chat or if it was like in a voice call, but like a piece of lore for like Jared popped up, and I literally said, "Let's add it to the trivia." And now I can't remember the piece of
Oh, you got to write them down. Because otherwise, yeah, I'll write them down. I have a specific page in my notes on my phone where I write shit down. And yeah. So everybody write them down. Maybe we'll give you like, I don't know, send you mana for your good questions if we use them.
the Decentraland question incentive program. Trivia.
Yeah, we need that.
Oh, speaking of, not really. This is like slightly unrelated topic. I think I have found my new activity to do to end every Beyond the NFT episode moving forward. we we kind of did it last week. Last week's Beyond the NFT was we kind of just walked around Genesis Plaza. I invited friends to the chat, and we just spoke about the pros, the cons, whatever, the potential, and we ended the show by gathering at the game arena and playing some games together. So I I had like put up like a little bit of prizes, like first winner 25 mana, second winner 15, third winner 3.5, 7.5, and we had a lot of fun.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah. So I think like moving forward, ending Beyond the NFT, I think we will run like a little around at the game arena for some prizes, and I think it's a good way to use like you know, these cool things that Foundation has made for us, like a whole ass arena, for example. Um, and who knows, maybe I'll even help them like um, find bugs and ways to make it better through us using it, or maybe they don't care. Either way.
Well, I think more things like that are like fun, like trivia, parkour, escape rooms, puzzles. It all just makes this like more interesting, more, yeah, more cool, more things to do. And that's kind of what we need, I think. I'm excited to see like more people building. I'm going to say it again. Like if everybody just had one event that they did per year, like I know you're doing something every week, but like I'm going to do Mardi Gras. Like I'm going to throw my Mardi Gras build back in, my float, you go AFK, you get swept away. And like it's really kind of fun to just have like one thing that you build out and develop. But if everybody had that, like imagine, I mean, all 12 people could do like 12, like one a month. We could have shit for, like all the time. Like I'm just thinking of Viva Dia de los Muertos, like Viva La Calaca. Like that's their one event they do. And they do such a good job because they're not trying to, have that blockbuster every single month. They're going to focus on that. So I think that if more people did that, just do one thing, do it really well. And then, and if you like it, do two things, 3. I mean, that's kind of how it builds. But I love that there's like certain events to look forward to. So do it. Keep it going, Sin.
Yes, I'll take over Cat Day every year.
You should. I mean, what are you going to do for the 4-year Beyond the NFT celebration? You got that coming up in under 2 months.
Oh no. Oh God, I just gave away the rewards for the 3-year. Hold on.
Yeah, we got to work on your scheduling also, if that's the case. I mean, I know it took me like 4 months to make this emote and get it to all the winners. Like, we got to kind of do better. We do need interns.
We do need to bring Aisha back.
Yeah, and your corporate, yes,
Yes,
man.
Simple Media.
Yeah, Simple Media corporate.
Yes, man, that's the boss. He's the one that's like wrangling me out of like the Wonder Mines whenever I have work to do.
Can't we have like MGD make us some sentient AI bots and like that just tells us like, have you sent out those rewards yet? Have you paid your monthly internet? Have you filed your taxes yet? And it can just continually be like asking us all the important things in life, and we're like, God, okay.
Yeah, it'll be like a Mutron that would like just track me down on Decentraland and be like, "Come on, Syphil, back to work."
I really need one of these things because I've moved. I have to go to the DMV yet again. Please, can I send the sentient being to DMV?
Good Lord, if we could do that instead of us going there, do you know how fast AI agents and robots would be adopted? Like, hell yeah, I'll send somebody else instead of me to the DMV.
Oh man, this week was a fun battle at the DMV. I really think we should punish people. Like Rustan's in here, like, and I don't know if you saw his corn hub, but also he had a great blockbuster. I think we start punishing people by going to the DMV, and if you get like banned for being naughty, say, I don't know, pretending to be a founder or something, you have to go to the DMV and you have to like sit there, wait for your number to be called. Then you get to the line and then they're like, nope, you don't have the 6 points of happiness, so we can't do that for you. Come back in a month, and we make them sign letters and just sit and make sure they have all their documentation until they figure it out. But they wouldn't give me a real ID. And yet I gave them a real ID and my birth certificate and my passport. and all the different stuff, and they're like, yeah, you're like 1 point shy of a real ID, so you could just have this regular ID and come back. And I'm like, you can kiss my ass.
That's some bullshit. You're basically giving them every record that identifies you as a
Quite,
human
quite
being
literally.
yourself.
Including, Sid, the best part is including a brand new real ID. So now I had a real ID and I had to give up my real ID to not get a real ID.
Interesting. So Canessa, the DMV idea there, what Mick just mentioned was something that we were like a thought that we were all messing around with last week. Because we were mentioning it's like, okay, so like banned you. Oh no, was it last week or was it for Toxic Tuesdays? One of the two. Where like it's like, do we really need to be banning users, especially if they're stakeholders? And so then
Oh, it
one
was
of
the
my ideas.
AMA, the Slido question.
Oh well, that's kind of it moved into the AMA. Uh, because like yeah, that was a question that was asked. I know that, but we were all talking about it, and we, uh, I was like saying, why not at the Decentraland Purgatory where all the naughties go? Or like yeah, or a purgatory where it's like, yeah, you get to be on Decentraland but you just won't see anyone. But Meg had the genius idea, why not make it a DMV? Like, I'm suffering here at my IRL DMV so much that I feel like it would be good suffrage.
Or the dentist office. Like, you got to go through and have like 3 root canals, and then maybe you can play with us again.
Yeah, like and then after Mick said that, I just imagined like your avatar, like every time you like spawn in, you'll just be at like a DMV. And you, who knows, maybe like if you're banned for like a month or whatever, like you know how Mick just said, oh, you don't have the points, come back next month. Like it's like, what if those people that are that can see each other in the DMV?
That sounds like Upload, the show Upload, where they're like, they're living as avatars in the afterlife, but the people that only have like 2 Gs of data, like their data plan is, the budget data plan, then they just like freeze for the rest of the month. So maybe you get like, what if that was it? You get like you get limited data, and so yes, you can participate in Decentraland if you're gonna go and shout and run and do all the things. You got like 2 gigs of data, and then you're done. But I don't know. I don't know. I think we have a long way to go to like fully answer that question that was asked in a serious way of a decentralized platform with stakeholders. So I don't know. I think the conversation's got to continue.
So you don't like the DCL purgatory idea?
No, I love it. But reality is like, if I spent thousands of dollars on virtual assets and then they put me in a purgatory, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. Like,
I would argue I'm pretty pissed every time I go to a DMV.
Yeah, and I mean, it's got to be a sustainable solution, not just for like the user base we have now. Like, what happens, if we can get like large numbers, like it's got to be sustainable across the board.
True.
I think we've been having some pretty like consistent issues with the new event board. Speaking of, we definitely talked to a lot of people last night who the event wasn't populating, I guess, and then the other board sends you back to the website, which doesn't let you go back to the event. So we were shepherding fairies. That's something I hope we get fixed up. No DMV necessary.
Yep. That's like my number one complaint there. The event board. You should just be able to jump to the event location at any time.
definitely shouldn't jump back online to a place that doesn't take you back to the event. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
But also just not leaving. I mean, not leaving the site. I think is always a good idea. And I know Toxic's event like disappeared yes on Tuesday. It's just been a little lumpy, and I think Sin had a great point. I think it was like either Monday or Tuesday. It all blends, but it'd be great to have at least a small group of power users go through, and we all love surprises, but it'd be great to like get our perspective as boots on the ground, like, hey, maybe before you make a colossal change, you let the people know that it's going to happen, so we could test it and just give our feedback of what we might see that others don't, you know.
Yeah, I mean, see it as like excellent use case for like just even the front facing thing, like they're the community leads, like they're the event organizers. So and we're in a platform where right now like a lot of the attraction is events that we host. So why not let us test it in order to give them the feedback of like what some barriers would be for the organizers from an organizer's perspective.
Well, and maybe it will be as it's ironed out and like hopefully more. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities for people who are like hosting events or community leads. There's a lot of opportunities for them to like participate. Just like after going through the ambassador program, there were a lot of ways where I was like, dang, we need to be like tapping into, these people who have experience in, a lot of different backgrounds, but like getting them, if the foundation needs like testers for something, or if they need people to load into a scene to make sure it's going to work okay, or things like that. I think there's a lot of opportunities there personally, but I don't know, maybe it's just organizing all that stuff is hard, and I know Dr. Krillo's got his hands full, and I think doing a really good job, like juggling it all. So maybe we're getting there, maybe just piece by piece.
Slowly but surely. And I want to say hello to Blitzen. I see you're in world. I see M minted a city chicken, which that does bring the other thing that we spoke about last week, Canessa. We rebranded the pigeons, the Decentraland pigeons, to city chickens, and we're up for a vote on if the city chicken will be our official Decentraland mascot. Because like you know how for years we've been brainstorming this one, right?
Yeah.
so, so yeah, it's like, what are the thoughts on the city chicken potentially being the Decentraland mascot?
I
I
think
mean,
the
I
way
don't know what else would
I
be close.
I mean, it's getting pretty close to horses, I would say, and reindeer. I mean, it's getting kind of popular out there. We're going to need bigger spaces. Like, if everybody goes and gets a horse, I definitely am going to have to get more land.
Yeah,
Uh,
there was like a pop-up yesterday that in Genesis Plaza, like my cursor accidentally hit a present and like made the pop-up come up, but there's a black horse's butt in my face, so I couldn't like close the pop-up, so I had to reload the page. It was like, dang, okay, it's fun until it's like in your face, and so that was big emotes, I guess they'd be like that.
Yeah, so kind of the horses, reindeers, they kind of lead me to the next transformation evolution of these emotes, which I mean Fortnite already has. The transversal emote. Like these horse emotes could be used something as like a moving emote for you to like do as you're walking around on the Decentraland. Uh,
Yep, someday.
One day.
I definitely never used my transversal emote in Fortnite ever. It's just maybe that's what I do. I love playing ranked and then like bush camping and getting to the last person, and it's just me versus like some freaking intense Unreal ranked player that just took out an entire lobby, and I'm in my like alien bush camp attire, and then because I know I'm not gonna shoot them, I know I'm gonna die, so I'm gonna die with humor. And so this is my method. I get where like they can see me, throw down my weapons if I have time, and then I do the lawnmower transversal emote. So I'm like mowing the lawn because it's loud and it's obvious. And then like when they come up to me, usually they just shoot me and game over. But if they don't shoot me, they come up to me, then I do my Captain Jack Sparrow running away, and it plays the music and like I run away from them. And I've had the most beautiful moments with people where they realize I'm unarmed, I'm a bush camper, and I shouldn't be there, but I am, and it probably hurts their ego that like they killed all these other really good players, but yet I survived and I'm the last one, and then they kill me, and it's beautiful. And I gotta say, I'm champion ranked, and I'm like champion 27%, so I'm there, you guys. I'm coming for Unreal. I'm like under 100% away from hitting
You're
Unreal.
gonna finally get to open your jewelry. I mean,
Yes,
it's just years
yes,
in the making.
yes.
I honestly can't wait. Like, I want to go help you achieve this just so you can wear your drip.
Thank you. Well, I wish you could, but you can't. You can't even get in my lobby. Like, you can, like, the only players in that lobby are like Unreal, Champion, Elite. There might be Diamond 3, but like they put it by that. So you only are going up against really, really good players. But then once I'm there, guys, let's use the Decentraland voice chat to start running some game nights, and then you guys can see what the Unreal lobbies are like. Like, don't breathe. Do not even breathe. Do not land. Do not move. Like, you're gonna die. I mean, like, not you, but like, we're all gonna die. These kids take it real serious. But they're 12, so, you know, there's nothing better than being like a middle-aged woman, like, just taking out, well, like, not, I don't take them out. They take me out with 12-year-olds, and then I emote on them.
There's
Let
a
me
Yeti
tell you.
in my spaghetti.
Lol. That's like Elf on a Shelf, I swear. That's like the same vibe I'm getting from Yeti in my spaghetti.
That's Italian brain rot. That's like toioletta spaghetti, or like tuoletti and like what's the shark blue? Sorry, I won't talk brain rot.
Baby shark do 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 do. Crap, what was I gonna mention? There was not Elf on the Shelf. It wasn't spaghetti on a Yeti. Yeah, I can't think of it. I blanked out. It was very deep, very profound. But the world will never know now. I'm just looking around the room. I think that we have a couple new users here at La Cantina. We have Folk, and there's one more new friend. Tilek. Welcome, Tilek.
And make sure to grab your OP badge today if you're collecting them. It's been really cool to see the Decentraland community kind of go up through the ranks. And then these are tied to the CBD community, which is also really cool to see, like, you know, that one, like, have, I think it's, like, Ruston had such a good, I don't know, like, it's such a good idea that I think that there's going to be more eyes on these communities by just, like, appearing in the open page ranking system. So, like, by collecting these OPs, you're helping the community to go, like, up or, like, down in the ranking so that they show up sooner. And I want to say that there was somebody in the space earlier that had their avatar, their profile picture, I think matched like one of the really popular pages on there. So I'm like, dang, I didn't even make that connection, but they might have found us through OpenPage. So I don't know. Yeah, get those badges if you're into it. If you're not, that's okay too. I don't want anyone to think like, yeah, I don't click stuff, lady. So totally get it if you're not into clicking.
Yeah, and just now, uh, Tilak, our new friend here at La Cantina, I just seen that they posted some pictures under Toxic Waifu's post about this event, of them being here. So,
Oh, nice.
thank you for the post. I just followed you on X, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you around on Decentraland with us. We're always partying. Our community has many events. Every day there's something going on, and we host these particular events every Saturday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And we usually go for about like 2 to 3 hours or so. Um, and yeah, talk all things Decentraland, donuts, and whatever else comes about, right, Canessa?
Yeah. Usually when we talk donuts, it's time to move on. And I ironically have to move on because I'm going to go make donuts. So
Is it time to wind down, Canessa?
well,
Is that what you're signaling at?
I mean, I could be on the X space in front of like people and trying to like make donuts and talk on the X space,
That
but I have a half an hour, so we
that
don't have to wind down totally. But yeah, I thought I worked out one, but it's actually 12. So
that sounds like a great onboarding opportunity that you're just letting slip
I
past your
tried.
fingers, Canessa.
I tried. Somebody was like, "Do you take cash or card?" I was like, "Yep, we take both." I was like, "We don't
I
take."
take mana.
I was like, "Sally, we don't take crypto," and they're like, "Well, that's good." And I'm like, "Okay, we're not onboarding this one." And then there was like this young
we don't.
buck, like this 9th grader yesterday that we were talking about AI, and then I was like, I said something about crypto. He's like, "My mom and dad would kill me if I had that." And I'm like, okay, well, it's top performing asset class in the last 10 years. And then I'm like, God, Canessa, you don't have to onboard the kids, like not everybody needs to be onboarded today. So just shut up and talk about like AI, like the cool shit.
Yeah, right.
But I'm
Yeah,
trying. I'm doing the Lord's work out here. I'm trying.
I mean, I can. Yeah, I can do with a little extra time if Vanessa has to go. My dad and I recently built a shooting berm in our backyard, so we have lots of fun in our backyard now. And also tonight is yeah, it's my sisters, my little sisters, and Vanessa, you've met her, probably Make as well. She comes into Decentraland every now and then, and supports whatever we're doing. Yeah, she turned 21 about 5 days ago. We couldn't celebrate, but
Yeah,
we're
you have to
celebrating this
celebrate.
weekend.
Nice. Well, that's cool.
Long
I
Island iced teas for everyone. Let's go.
Oh God.
Huge shout to Josh Garrett down there too, sitting next to Metabeast for me. I know y'all know him. Josh has been on an absolute tear of building. I took a little drive around, not Decentraland specific, but my goodness, is that chef just absolutely cooking right now. Huge shout, brother.
We got to get you on Decentraland, Josh.
Oh man, he's it's just so amazing to see all of our brilliant friends doing amazing things. And we all plot our land everywhere. It doesn't mean anything. It's like we find our people no matter what platforms we are, and we find where we're going and we grow together anyway. Well, that's one of my favorite builders right there. And honestly, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, if Josh doesn't put my beast in spatial, I don't know we ever go down the road for the Link wearables. So I gotta give him a huge fucking nod for really bringing my first beast into spatial and really change the wants and the needs to what happened after everything.
I think that's the right way to see the world. Like, in some ways, it'd be cool if this was community building Web3. You know, like it is definitely way beyond Decentraland, because that's the world. It's not we're not siloed in these tiny little spots. I think we'll keep it community building Decentraland, but I think the idea is that we're like each one of us, like everybody's got different projects going in different directions, and it's like it's so cool to see that the creativity should not have walls and ceilings. So no matter where you call home, whether it's Decentraland or Fortnite or spatial, like it's your family. It doesn't matter.
Or you're just building a whole new platform, like I just I think this story still ends up being the biggest, that we are so lucky to have each other and then this broader ecosystem of builders, because we're laying down the future in all directions, and just I would just say continue to find your people, finding your why. I think we already found our why. That's how we all kind of got around here. But finding your people is really the gift of this time period.
I agree. Alrighty. So just so you're not frantically going to work, I think we should begin to wind down here. Uh, wind down the space, Canessa. So go ahead.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Alrighty. Yes, and I need to get to my backyard so I can show M my shooting berm.
So like literally what we just said is like Canessa's gotta go because she gotta go make donuts, and Sin's gotta go because he's gotta go shoot stuff.
Yes. I'm gonna put a refrigerator out in front of the berm, and I'm gonna shoot the shit out of it, and then go to dinner for sister's birthday today.
We're really cool people, you know that? We're like I don't know what you're gonna go do, your Yeti game or something, but and then Bitcoin, you're probably like actually gonna go DJ a real club. So
Make sadly is in purgatory. He is going to the DMV.
Make is going to the storage unit, which is slightly after the DMV. It is a treasure trove of my own crap, and I'm going to dig through the very large storage unit to find the Christmas lights of happiness that I have been avoiding this week. And we're going to decorate our little Christmas tree, because our big plastic Christmas tree that was very fancy in our old house does not fit in our current house.
Sir, you said Christmas lights. I'm assuming maybe outside lights. And then I'm looking over at the calendar, and it's the 20th. Are
Better late
you?
than never. And we're also going to Ohio. But I'm not doing the outside lights because this is a rental house and the guy doesn't have any like nails or anything in his house. But also, like, I went and got like a live tree with my wife, and we haven't made it to storage, and we're leaving Tuesday, to Ohio. So this is going great. But we're doing it, damn it.
Okay. The you saying that you're not doing the outside part, I guess answered my question in a way, because I was gonna ask if you were one of those neighbors that just like kept their Christmas lights into February.
Oh, dude, in Colorado with all the snow and the biggest house, like it would go on, you know, December, and I wouldn't take those down till March. Honestly, like I was all about it, but this year I'm feeling like we got to put the hustle on it. Either way, storage or bust. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Good. I think good times. And one last thing, I do see Jake Welbs down there in the listeners here on X. I'm gonna shoot you a follow. I know I've seen your Decentraland avatar attend some of our events, such as the Meta Beast roaming party. I think I've seen you. Well, I know I've seen you at Beyond the NFT, and I think I've seen you at our CBD events as well. So I'm happy that you're here.
well, and he likes
Like
fishing, so like he or she, sorry, probably really cool if you like fishing. So and skateboarding and welding, but the fishing.
if they like welding and fishing, I think they might like shooting too.
I know,
Maybe.
right? We're stereotyping people. Not everybody that likes welding and fishing is like shooting, but
But it's fun to think that they do though.
I agree. Maybe it's
uh,
underwater welding or something.
oh man, underwater welding is one of those things that like just doesn't process in my mind. uh, Alrighty, so Bitcoin, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Any final thoughts, comments, concerns?
Yo, no, I'm super happy with how things are going, and I'm always continually inspired. If it's not one person, it's somebody else or somebody new that jumps in, and I'm just like, what? Who's this? How did they do that? So I'm hyped. I'm happy to close out 2025 with y'all, and super honored to have my participation trophy for probably just hitting the most buttons. But yeah, I've been building my ass off, and I've been having a lot of fun. So I'm actually digging through old SDK6 scenes right now and trying to find all my zips that are saved and see what I could do with any of it after talking about the archiving old builds. So yeah, just big up
Mm.
everybody. Yeah, I would have made it last night, but yeah, I was actually at a real club, so I couldn't do the beast party. But I'm
You
always
were
there in spirit.
partying. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm always there in spirit, and I had my beast on the big screen at our club, dancing with the maracas and the reindeers, and everybody was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So it was a good time. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And yeah, I've been seeing your building, dude. Keep at it. It makes me happy to see that you're out there developing your brand. And even like, like just looking out into the distance from La Cantina and seeing those two gigantic beasts.
I
It's
thought that
like
was funny. Yeah, when I could see it, I was like, "No way!"
it's like it's like having Godzilla in the background, just like
Right? It's like the
wreaking
land of
havoc.
the giants now.
Yeah, dude. Big ups to you on that, and yeah, I mean, remain curious and keep
I put a
learning.
tween on the one of the bit bees dancing, so it starts off as a little baby and it grows into giant proportions now too.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look.
Yes, cause I've definitely been playing. Now that I've gotten certain things built. Basically what I do is I take an empty scene, I just start trying everything that I haven't tried yet, or seeing if anything that didn't used to work works. And so once I get it working, then I'm like, oh, what can I do on my builds that I already have, and let me just keep making those better. So yeah, that's how I'm going.
Nice, nice. I love it.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, I see in the chat in world, City Chicken says we leave ours up too, referring to like the light or Christmas lights. Um, so I will tell you guys that you guys have seen my Twitter PFP, how it's had a Christmas hat for the last 3 to 4 years. um I can very much admit that our Christmas lights have the same lifespan. I can't remember right now, but I feel like if I were to go out front to the house, I would see our Christmas lights still up there from like last year. So yeah, maybe I need a reminder. All right, make it. Let's pass it over to you for some final thoughts.
I'm gonna leave up the hideout for until Monday, just so if anybody missed the badge, they could collect them. We are gonna have a lot of fun with those badges as the rest of the year unfolds. I would check out other pages also for you wearable builders. They're really working hard to try and do. Yeah, a lot of it right now is geared to other side, but they're really working hard towards interoperability and I think it's pretty great to keep integrating with the stuff that's available to us. So I'm leaving that up. It'll be gone after that for good. I mean, I'm going the Knessa way, which is like, man, once it's fucking done, it's dusted. And I'm gonna miss it, but you can't move forward until you just let shit go. And Bitcoin, maybe I could come catch a vibe. I'm pretty sure you're East Coast, so if that's the case, I can't wait to catch you IRL, fam.
No, I'm on the West Coast. That's why the metaverse sucks on the West
Damn.
Coast. Yeah, I'm on like we're in a different UTC day. Like it makes no sense to me. Yeah, out here.
West West Coast is the best coast, Beast.
It is the best
Bitcoin.
coast. Well,
You
that's
know
why
it.
I was so happy to get that estate on the West Coast finally. I was like, oh my God, finally. I'm back home in
Right?
Decentraland. I'm not in the Midwest or down south, So yeah, super hyped to be on the West Coast with you.
We need some
Damn, I thought you were
East Coast,
East
West
Coast.
Coast rivalry in Decentraland. I mean, maybe we don't, but like,
I don't think we need any more rivalries.
I would
or
I would like to
envy.
see
None of that.
I would like to see a tug of war though. Somehow create a real tug of war at the zero access. And everybody from one side who owns you could if you own parcels on both, you could choose, but you got to choose a side. And you just see
that's
how
such a
many
good
people
idea.
could tug to the other side or something like that.
Dude, that should be make that happen. You or somebody. I don't know. But that would be fun.
I would be a little treacherous bitch. I'd be like switching back and forth.
And
It's
this
like,
is a
okay, this sounds
recorded
funny.
space, so now we know where your loyalties lie.
East side is better. Booyakasha. For those of you that know that movie, you guys are.
I mean, it's really American centric too to be like, yeah, East Coast, West Coast. Like, we're not considering the people who live in other countries who are like, what the hell? Like, you just made that America just like that.
Okay. So then, if we're talking about the globe, then all of us in America are West Side.
There you go.
And
or all of us kids from the 90s that are traumatized because like suddenly we couldn't wear certain colors to school because there was a like international or like a nationwide rivalry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
The
was
Bloods and
wondering what
Crips
was up
messed
with
things
that.
up in the 90s for sure. Yep, I started wearing random colors at that point, like yellows and greens. You didn't want to be Philly, but even to this day, actually, I DJ in the clubs. Depending on where you're at, you will see a large amount of one color or the other, and then you just know where you're at. Yeah, okay.
Or, like from the DJ's perspective, like up on stage, do you see like the segregation of the colors, like on like different spots of the club?
No, I would say if you're up in the Bay Area, you're likely to see a lot of red, and if you're in LA, you're likely to see a lot more blue.
Ah, I see. So
At
what
this
I was
point,
kind
at
of
this
thinking,
point, yeah.
there would be a lot more violence if they were in the same venue, just separated. Okay, yeah, that. Uh,
Yeah, it's
okay,
not just
your
because the
scene sounds
Niners
safer.
are red, and it's not just because the Dodgers wear blue. I mean, that's part of it, but then it extends past that.
Indeed. All right. Well, thank you for the final thoughts, Bitcoin. Thank you for the final thoughts, Make. Let's pass it over to my lovely co-host Vanessa for her final thoughts.
My final thoughts are thank you for being here today. I definitely, appreciate it, maybe even more than I say, just having not been able to be in this space last week. Really, yeah, appreciate my metaverse family that is there, rain or shine. And hope you guys have a good week and just, be safe this holiday season. Take care of each other, and we'll see you next week.
So, Vanessa, you being gone this past week due to, storms and aftermath of that, it really brought into perspective how everyone may feel whenever I just like go radio silent because I'm like inside a pressure storm, aka a hurricane, and then like you don't hear from me for a couple weeks. Now it put into perspective of like the feeling. I'm over here like, where's Vanessa?
Yeah. Well, I mean, even when I had power back, it was just kind of a little bit, I don't know, just a little hard to hop in the digital world when like there's so much going on in the physical world. So
Hmm.
it's it's fun and games until it's not. So take care of your IRL stuff. You know, that comes first.
Yep, indeed, indeed. Yeah, I mean, these storms come with a bit of baggage to them. Like, yeah, it's we could get our power back, but we'll need that power to fix this wood or fix this deck here. There's a lot of activities to do. Alrighty. Well, I think that will conclude our community building the Centraland X Space. As for my final thoughts, let's raid over to Los Cats right in about 10 minutes, 9 minutes. There will be a ABC Decentraland Tours with Billy T Coin and Oddjob. There will be Metaverse, or I'm sorry, there will be a neighborhood party at the tribe, and there's going to be perhaps potentially metaverse after hours. I need to look and see. I know last week I like popped into the build and was like, we're at party. But let's see. Yes, I named all those events correctly. Then tomorrow we have our Helvetian friends will be hosting what looks to be it's like a poker night or a Texas Hold'em night or day. So make sure to join that. Our friend Will the Penguin was saying how he really enjoyed the event and how it was like kind of like reverse blackjack. I don't know what that is, but it looks interesting. Then we have You Sponge Lazy Sundays. There is the Wind Downer Weekend AFK Ambient. Um, then on, I believe Monday's the 22nd. Yes, Monday the 22nd, there will be a Decentraland Community Meetup, a monthly meetup. Um, on Mondays will take place on Monday as well, and followed by Mofaya Mondays at Casa Rustan. And then we move over to the Meta One Design headquarters for an episode of Beyond the NFT. This week, this week we have a very interesting guest. We're going to be joined by Mr. Jay Stickle. He is the developer builder of the Meta One Design headquarters, the build that we all gather at for Beyond the NFT every Monday. And we will be highlighting and going over all the updates that he's been working on for the build, as well as his project that he's been building out, the Static TV, which will is a platform intended to enable community creators to be able to host their events on through that platform. They can receive keys to stream into the Decentraland, as well as even have their work all highlighted and put into one package. So yeah, we'll learn more on Monday about the Static TV. I can't wait. And Canessa, on Tuesday, will there be a absolute basics
Yeah.
to building in the Decentraland?
Yep. I plan on, well, what is it actually? It's Tuesday Christmas.
No, Wednesday is Christmas.
Oh yeah. I didn't even look at the date, but yep, we should be there. So please come on by, and then remember to grab your OP for last week's X Space that we missed. That's just going to be live all week. So come on by, grab that one.
I was gonna make a suggestion, like like put it into like the top of a parkour, but then I like thought about it because the parkour that you have is right now deployed behind La Cantina is a Halloween themed one.
Yeah,
So-
we'll have to see just how much time I have to get fancy
Exactly.
with it.
Exactly. Oh, I heard a mew. Did anyone hear the little mew?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, not me. I mean, an actual little mew. I think I heard him from your background or something. Or was it a door? Oh well. But yeah, thank you everyone, and have a great day. Let's raid over to Los Cats event that should be starting in about 5 minutes. And let me confirm that it is. Let's see, festival, community building, Decentraland. Yep, in about 4 minutes, Los Cat will be taking the stage at coordinates 66, comma negative 141. So I'm gonna type it here. Los Cat will be going live at negative 66. Oh no, 66, comma negative 141. All right. Well, that concludes our space for the day. Take care, everyone. Love you all, and hope you have a wonderful week. We'll be back next week uh, for another space. It will be week 185. All right. Take care, everyone. Love you all.